Moderate bias here. This is what's going to be happening. We got
Yes.
a couple of
Um,
Canadians in the well, they're not in the top 8 right now, but they still have a chance of making it. You know, today it's very tight
mhm.
race. If you look at like the rankings right now, nobody
Yeah.
is like really locked in. You know?
Yeah, I think Boost and Punk are really the only ones,
Right.
because anybody else could, in theory, be overtaken. But
Mhm.
for some of these scores, that would require like a player outside of like the top four, top five right now to have a first place finish, and a lot of other people to have some really awful placements. That would be uncharacteristic for a lot of these players.
Yeah,
But the wonderful thing about these open brackets is weirder stuff happens all the time. So you never know what we're going to get into.
absolutely. And like when if you manage to get first place, that's a big whopping 50 points for the rankings. That will make you jump
Hmm.
up a few rankings. And there are a lot of players like outside of the top 8, like Kami is in 8th place right now with 62 points. And there are
Yup.
a lot of players at 60 points, at 50 points, like Azan and Paladin are at 60 points right now. A good performance, and they could shoot up into the top 8 for the regional finals. So there's nothing set in stone, just excitement and salt and passion going to be
Yeah.
delivered tonight.
Yeah. And I mean, I think from everyone down from Knuckle Dew, I think there's a lot of room for something crazy to happen, right? Like
Hmm.
IDOM only at 90 points. If
Right.
IDOM, I'd have to double check the brackets to recall whether he's competing tonight. But if he doesn't have a decent showing and get some points, you don't need a lot of points to lock this in for yourself, but you need some. And yeah, there's so many players where if one of these players in like 10, 11, 12 has a really good run tonight, we could shake a lot of this up. I think I think due up to Boost, outside of, where they end up in the final seating is like largely locked in. Um, but we'll have to see. The numbers game is always a weird part about the end of this, right? That's where I mean, in pro sports, people make entire careers out of this.
Absolutely. I believe that IDOM is here. In the top 20 rankings that we have, I think only Kuma and Jason are not participating. But we're gonna like have
Ooh.
to keep an eye out for Azan, Paladin, NY, Fierce. Don't forget about Thunder the Longest,
Mm.
Roberto, and throwing punches with Marisa as well. And then you have Complex 90, Carsonist, Flux Waves, and Big Mo in the top 20. Only, like I said, Jason and Kuma were missing from the registration list that I saw. So it's going to be exciting to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. It's and some of the names on there, it's funny, right? Like I I think Fluxwaves and Thunder are two players that I think of where like the tail end of the Street Fighter V era, they
Yeah,
were so dominant in so many of these online tournaments. And I feel like they've not had as much success moving into this title as some other people have made the jump over it. I don't know whether that's just that the competition has gotten so much more tense or if it's like a life cycle thing. I know for Fluxwaves, I feel like Fluxwaves really came into his own when having multiple mains really became part of it. And I feel like we're not really at that spot in six just yet where people are able to explore. I mean, I say that players like Mena can. Um,
you're right.
but like I think it's much less common right now for people to really be able to pull out two to three different, uh, you know, multiple characters at a tournament level for these really matchup specific options in the way that Fluxwaves was really making crazy runs with at that tail end of the Street Fighter V era.
Right. It's really hard to play multiple characters at high level and consistently. And it's a dangerous honeypot to go into, you know? Like, will you play one character very well and deal with those hard matchups? Or will you play two, different characters and have different levels for each of them?
All right, well, we're going to check out the level of our competition. Opening up the evening, we have Smug versus Blame. Blame, I'm sorry, Smug on the DJ, Blame on the buff. Ryu, not quite getting a pickup. I think that needed to be a counter hit to get the pickup, and Smug trying to work his way out of the corner.
I'm just happy to see Ryu in the game right now. Some people might be complaining, but I think a good Street Fighter game is a Street Fighter where Ryu is a competent character. And you can see already Game MPX putting in the work. He's the lead on Smug right now.
Yep. No, really. Oh, I love that. Knowing exactly how much space he had in order to get that anti-air. And now we're in the corner. I want some plus frames. Duff City indeed. Oh,
Big whiff punish there, and we're gonna make it count. We got the drive for it. Big flips,
and
baby.
optimal. Optimal. Squeezed out every bit of damage that he could there to make that one happen. Duff City indeed. And I love the setup of that spacing trap and that whip punish. It was just so good. Had really established yam poking. And then the second it was a spot where he should get counter hit, just wait and bait. Fireball game going on now. Oh no.
Absolutely. Let's see how Blame adapts to this first round. Drive rush. Always a good idea to turn green. Oh, but DJ is the master of turning green right now. And he's working that drive gauge. Oh, no punish there.
Yep, all right, next touch will do it. No! Smart from Blame walks forward and is able to get under the knee drop in the air, but I think DJ is one of the best characters in the game at pressuring you while you're in burnout. His staggers just become so oppressive.
Life comes at you fast, Mon. Always gotta be ready when you're fighting DJ. Okay, Blame throwing some fireballs, trying to occupy the horizontal space right now. Smog is not taking that pressure. Drive reversal, holding that space from the corner. He's comfortable. He's comfortable.
Yep, going for that fireball. I love the where Smug is turning off his fireball game. I feel like Blame is demonstrating that he's willing to throw fireballs a little bit closer, and so we're starting to see Smug really kind of live in that pocket. Wants for the wake up DP, we're not going to get it. Smug has corner control now. Knockdown, what's the mix-up going to be?
Uh-oh. Blame fighting, trying to stay alive. He's going to have to be ready. Oh, it's so hard to react to the driving part when you don't have one of your own or a parry. Smug taking the lead in the second game.
Oh, and that's another spot where, like, it's an interesting choice for Blame to go for EX Fireball there, but it works out really well. Smug doing a great job at just staying right at the tip of, like, standing medium kick and still bad kick range. I sniffed that out. Blame is hard committing to donkey kick off of low forward at that spacing specifically.
Now finally gets his drive back, but he is getting thrown. You missed. Nah, it's so hard to guess in the corner.
Overkill. No, absolutely. I mean, like, it's the rule of threes, right? You know, so many people get duffed after 2 throws. That's around the point where people decide that they have to start teching. I don't care how patient you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm not that good at rock, paper, scissors sometimes. Guessing for my life in the corner, getting pressured. It's so scary. But yeah, Smug is doing it. He's been doing it for so long, you know. He's really good with those punches.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be. I think we're fortunate that they haven't given us a character that I feel like would be a Smug character yet, right? Like a Boxer or a Dudley or something. I'm like, okay, that would
A
be
proper boxer.
yeah, a proper boxer. Because Ed,
Yeah.
granted, Ed is more a proper boxer in this title than he was in 5, but I think Ed isn't. If I had to levy a term to describe Ed's boxing, Duff would not be it. So he
Right.
doesn't feel like a Smug style boxer.
I see. You want more weight to these punches, right? You want to feel
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, he's a little skittery. And it's in a good way, you know, like in the anime where you see the small character, but then they're so fast nobody can touch them. Like that's Ed as a
Yeah.
boxer. But no, we need the one punch.
I wonder if we'll see Balrog or Ed or Balrog or Dudley in the future. You know, I don't know if they're gonna give it to Smug.
Yeah, I'm honestly curious. I am excited for the rest of this season though, obviously. So Sagat, the newest character, but not for much longer because Sea Viper launching very, very soon.
Ooh.
I
Ooh.
cannot wait People have been begging for C Viper in a Street Fighter title since 5 came out, and I cannot wait for people to remember why they shouldn't have wanted that in a fighting game.
Oh boy. Oh, already with the next game. That's going fast. I like it. Ali, I believe from Ottawa versus Daz Geo. Ed versus Cami. See how this is handled. And already Ed throwing hands. Putting Cami near the corner.
Ooh, okay. Neutral jump medium kick. We find the back throw does Cammy, and Holly with the pressure now. You need this damage. You want to play for throws here maybe as much as you can just to keep the drive gauge low. Okay.
Yeah, good confirm here. Dasio putting in the work. Even with the burnout, he has that life lead. Okay. Good jump in by Holly.
Oh no. I was so greedy, but this Geo was asleep at the wheel.
And that is the danger of burning out. Even with all that life, it was not enough. It's such a dangerous position.
Fireball base.
I would say that drive is even more important than life.
Waiting it out, trying to play outside, really trying to rely on like that standing medium kick as a go-to poke right now is Desgio, but stuck in the corner, needs a little bit of breathing room.
Oh yeah, Holly putting on the pressure right now. Level 3. Well done. Fully in control during the whole match. Push Desgio towards the corner. Taking that win. Convincingly too.
Yeah, and that's a shame, dying with full super bar there. I mean, not even necessarily wanting for a reversal, but I think of that first round. I think of that you lost on a DI just on your wake up, the sort of the most layer 1 DI that there is, but not prepared for it. Jeez, that cross up was deep.
Okay, Cami's not afraid though. Gets the punish counter back throw. Another throw. Nah, I don't want to take that pressure, says Desgio.
Oh, great spacing.
Yeah, and try to go with the level 1 to dissipate the pressure, but it was blocked and parried.
Oh my god.
That point already for
He is living just outside of standing medium kick range and is really exposing it as the linchpin of Desgio's game. Desgio's going to need to find some different way to approach the neutral. No DP there, finds a jump. Okay.
He's way more active in this
one.
Oh. Yeah, that got me.
So many plus frames. Yeah, Holly can play so fast and loose with the pressure right now with Desgio being in burnout. Not getting a cross cut there. Oh, medium kick hits super late.
Oh, what a punch. And the throw finally gets the round. It's so scary. Cami was able to open up Desgio with those hooligans a few times. Just keep breathing.
Oh. I love the use of the OD dive kick there as well. Like, if it was charging the anti-air version of the knuckle, then, like, maybe you could have gotten something. But we do cash out. Yeah, we want to get our drive gauge back. I'm okay with that choice.
Absolutely. Here's the final round. Make it count. Now Cami down to less than 50%. Taking that pressure. Blocking. Oh, went for the parry.
Ooh, crouching medium punch. We do have the damage at the very last second to close that one out. And so much of that game was, once Holly got to 3 bars, you see that Holly's really sitting on it to be like, you're not allowed to throw a fireball. But you see Desgio is so committed to just doing the fireball feint and never actually throwing it.
Another jump in roundhouse by Cami. Getting a lot of mileage with those. Maybe Desgio's anti-air game is a bit suspicious. Let's see how it goes for the rest of the set. Clipping the dash forward. Holly getting confirmed. Big lead right now. Great anti-air. The awareness keeping Desgio in the corner. That's the point for Holly.
Yeah, I feel like if Holly is in the spot to be able to drive and play their game, they're just firmly winning, right? Like, their whiff punish game is great. Their offense and the way they're layering everything around jump and anti-throw options is really, really solid. It's just a question of, like, defensively, if Dazgio has the resources to keep going, then it can be a little bit hard for Hallie because you alluded to it a little bit earlier. No, what an unfortunate
Right.
drop. This could be
Uh-oh.
everything. Doesn't chain the issue too much, but too hungry to go to the air. Dazgio's jumping so much.
Okay, both drive gauges. It should go back up above 3 drives. They confirm. And all that meter, all that drive. We're gonna keep it simple. Level 1. Take the set. 2-1. Yeah, Hallie was a
Yeah.
bit more solid there, that last stretch.
Yeah, I mean, Hallie played that great. Solid's a great word to attribute to it, right? Like you called out some of those anti-airs. A lot of it was in some of those strike throw situations, right? Like going for throw in spots where you know you have the coverage to DP afterwards, like a Street Fighter 5 style, like throw DPOS, like
Right,
we used to see a lot more there. It's still doable here if you find the plus frames. There were two, I think, really tough situations there. One was just in terms of like matchup versus Ed. Ed's DP a little bit on the slower side. So
right.
the ability to reaction anti-air with Ed is already a little bit tougher. You add in a character like Cammy who has a dive kick in her kit, so you're always needing to second guess your choice in that spot. It makes anti-airing her really hard unless you're willing to like stand specifically at stand roundhouse range and try to fish for that. And then there was the interaction where went for the plus frames in the strike throw situation in the corner, goes for standing roundhouse to earn the plus frames, but
Yeah.
Holly was crouch blocking, and so the standing roundhouse whiffed, and he ends up surrendering his turn. An unfortunate artifact of Ed's only plus frame normal whiffing on crouchers. So
Great.
very specific bit of like character matchup stuff there that ended up blowing up in his face a little bit, unfortunately. But there's always the losers bracket. We still got plenty of time.
Oh, thank God for that second chance.
You
you
know,
always
I'd
need
be
it.
I'd be I'd be an 0-1 player in virtually every bracket I ever entered if we didn't have a losers bracket. Where I
More
live.
play, please. Let's go.
Yep.
All right,
And
good
double
luck to them.
checking some of these results. You can see at the bottom of our screen, Creaky Axe and Tinky Senpai will be the next match coming at you on stream, which is in Pool 2. So the winner of that goes on to play the winner of Knuckle Dew and Extreme Centrist. Is that the real name? Okay.
Wow,
Uh,
okay. They
and
know
then
where
we've
they
got
stand.
Kami already waiting to play for winners or losers side top 48 qualification. Azan, Paladin also both playing for top 48. Flux Waves waiting, Punk waiting. A lot of the names we were talking about at the top of the evening when looking at our chart, a lot of those names making it into this top 48. So now I had said we would need some uncharacteristically bad or uncharacteristically good finishes to really shake this up. Things are looking comparatively consistent. Plenty of room for stuff to ebb and flow, but a lot of the names that we're expecting to see are the ones that are hanging around in here.
Absolutely. Hey, if you are watching today, don't forget to hit up that match arena. We still have some codes. Let's support the players and show them some love. As usual, this is the fifth event for World Warrior. At the end of this event, we will have a ranking, and the top 8 will be led into the regional final in November. Lots of time to prepare, lots of time to theory craft for the
Mm,
next matches.
yeah, there's something special about watching a bracket where people have time to prepare. Like it makes a really minor difference, but when you're playing at the caliber that all of these players are that are in contention for this qualification, every little bit helps. And like even just knowing this person likes this spacing trap, right? Like something
Yeah,
that specific is like word, I know not to tap in this spot, and it blows a matchup wide open that sitting down in a bracket where maybe you didn't have that opportunity to prepare, so different.
right.
You really get to peel open the layers of everybody's play when that happens.
Have you been playing this game, Brad?
I have not had the opportunity to play this very much lately. So I have a toddler. I have an 18-month-old
Oh, that's cute.
upstairs. So I end up with overwhelmingly little time for this, which is a shame because I miss it and I really enjoy it and I really like I like where this game's at. I think I've wanted to pick up and learn Terry for a while.
Oh, good
Interesting.
idea.
I think it was watching Boos had me being like, oh, okay, this character's sick. Like I want some of that. I've just not had the time, unfortunately. How
So you've
about
been
you? Who have you
watching
been
a
playing
little bit more.
recently?
I've been watching a lot of Street Fighter lately. Um,
Mhm.
every event. I'm a Chun-Li player, so during season 2 there wasn't too many of them, but now she's coming back.
Uh-huh.
A few players are picking her up again. I'm glad that my boy Ryu is healthy and doing work. People are talking about him again. We had recently a regional in the city where we had a free Seth and Flux Waves and all the top players in the region playing. Oh, but enough of that. We got our next match starting. Tinky Senpai facing Tinky Axe.
So this ought to be interesting. Oh, okay, using Hoshoki as a poke in that mid-range, and I like that. It's multi-hitting, so when you use it in that spot, sure, maybe you can get an answer for some of that armor. Too far away for background house to get a big combo. And
Wow.
this is immediately what I was thinking about for this matchup. I feel like against Marissa, if you have the ability to get big conversions from like just outside of Phalanx range, that can be massive. Otherwise, a lot depends on how versatile your lows are.
Marisa scares me. Look, like everybody that's trying to whiff punish Gladius, you feel your heart.
Any of these shortcomings suddenly don't matter. Our next match, looking down, Thunder versus Femshep. So we're gonna
Thunder
get to see more
Alliance.
Marissa.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to this match. It's gonna be a good one. I love
Now
watching
is
Thunder play. He plays with his
is
heart.
now I every time I see plays with his heart, I think is a delightful way to put that. Is he the last time I had seen? I feel like it was still like flip flopping between Luke and Akuma. Who's he on now?
I believe he was still with the Akuma right now.
Okay, I would hope so.
I
I am a some of this is bias because this goes back to like the Street Fighter V era, but I was not a fan of Thunder's Luke. Um,
I see.
I I think he had more success on the Akuma in five, and I think there's just something about maybe some of it is just the bias that like I got introduced to this player when they were playing Akuma, and now I just want it to like stay that way. It is gonna be the Akuma. Oh, that's a punish counter. Okay, I didn't know that. He's giving me some frame data.
Oh, super ready. And that's a scary matchup for Akuma, but I'm sure both of them know what to do. Big whiff punish with the forward fierce. In the corner, Akuma with a sliver of health. Sliver of drive,
Love
rather.
that.
Yeah, big perfect there. Let's see
Yeah,
how
I love
Femshep
that
bounces
choice.
back in this round. Clean. Alright. Especially with the toes.
Right? Like I think Akuma has the maneuver.
Sides. Throw by Akuma. Gonna go forward. Cross cut DP. Get a bit of damage off of the jump out, but Marisa with the level 3. And look at that drive gauge. Thunder's gonna be forced to take a decision here.
Do you parry on Wake Up? Up back on Wake Up. That's interesting. So smart going for the crouching strong there to interrupt the Superman punch. Oh, we have the damage here to kill. Yes, indeed we do. The first game is going to go to Thunder. And I love that Thunder's in this mode right now of there's like a full second delay in a lot of these spots where they're setting up like spacing traps or going for strike throw. We are really in a data acquisition mode that works out really well because Marissa, I think, doesn't necessarily have the fastest options a lot of the time. So being in that spot where you can wait, Thunder is just fully committing to like, yeah, it's fine, you can do something. I'm still driving.
Okay, pretty even matchup up to now. Superman punch and check by Thunder. Okay, but we're gonna get the drive rush. Cancel, not too much damage after that. Oh, that was a bit weird. A little bit of a mistake there, I assume. One throw, another one. And Shep laying on the pressure. Superman punch.
Ooh.
Big burnout
Macro,
there.
not
Also,
great
it's gonna
that
be
you
scary.
used corner control, but Thunder being
Yeah.
in burnout, your Marissa just oh, command grab.
Uh-oh. Punched in the back. Face down. Good round by FemChef there. Oh, my bad. This is how you feel? Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Any
What
patience
did
I
I
was
say about
talking about
Heart?
is gone. These two are just slugging each other right now.
What did I say about Heart? Okay, the quick damage is coming through though. Oh, look at that yellow. Yeah, it's over. And this is the life.
Roman, is it Roman Reigns? Is that who's playing him? Bye, Roman.
Yeah, I feel like Thunder was a bit
I don't know
more,
wrestling.
reckless there in this game. That life just kind of melted. Oh, and we're going with a character switch right now. The Luke is out. What do you think of that?
So, if we're scrapping, I think Luke is better equipped for that. And that match really devolved into a scrappy match. And like Akuma's violent and brutal, but there's a precision to Akuma, I think. And that the end of that round was not precise. And I mean that I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. And I know it sounds like it. I just mean they were playing at a cadence that Akuma doesn't really function well unless he's a step ahead. I think Luke is going to give him much better equipped to like armor through things, go for charge knuckle, neutral jump, so good.
And not only that, that 1,000 health more than Akuma. Luke is going to be able to take a bit more liberties. Oh, huge DDT. Head on the pavement. Okay, it's okay. She has the helmet on, right? She has the helmet. Set point for Thunder. Good jump in. But FemChef ready with the anti-air OD Gladius. Another confirm. We're going to go straight to the corner on that one. Another throw. Thunder being patient. Holding that block. Another anti-air with the OD drop.
Those anti-airs so well. More touch will do it. Is Thunder gonna do something? You know he's gonna do something! Not hard.
Oh my gosh. FemChef with all the right reads in these past rounds. Final round. Set point. Alright.
3 bars a piece as well. So much damage available. Oh! Interesting frame trap from FemChef.
Nothing held back on Thunder's side though. I don't have a read on him.
Oh! So I love that. That's the spot where for Luke players, you typically go for that charge. And it's like, yeah, if you go for DI or something, I'm just gonna level 3. But, and like, I don't know if Thunder just wasn't ready to buffer it in that spot or not, but it seemed like it should have been exactly what he wanted. Are you dead on that? No, one more touch, so this could still go Thunder's way. What? I don't think I've ever seen that button used.
Well, he's not wearing shoes. That's what you get. It's legal. It's legal. You're gonna get stepped on. You're gonna get stepped on. To be fair, I haven't seen the stomp in a really long time too.
like she locked up like
just step on it. Just, oh my god.
Locked and loaded. Oh my god.
Yeah, I definitely feel like this set, like you could feel the pace going back and forth, and Thunder really in control after that first game, and then like the DPs, the throws, the jump ins, and he got anti-aired multiple times. Maybe he was like a bit shook after that initial game, you know? Like even his anti-airs on his side, it was kind of like low accuracy in a way, and FemChef just had all the right reads after that. Just button into drive rush, blocking the OD uppercut, getting the damage in, all the right reads right
there. Yeah, I think it got scrappy, and once FemChef realized that, it was like, I'm a character that has a bunch of armor. I can scrap it up with the best of them. Okay. Tropic, Trickster, and Snake of... I thought that was Snake of Talons. I thought I saw Italians. and I was like, what are we doing in US, Canada East?
You know, maybe the Italians think that this is an easier region to qualify in. Let's see how it goes. Right now, Manon, the ballet. Oh, yes. That was beautiful. She knows how to twirl. Quick around here, and already 3 medals on Topic Trister's side.
And I think
Nice check.
it feels like the fundamental level of like, can you beat Manon is like, if you don't have an answer to the neutral game against Manon, you're just gonna get dismantled. Because like, she needs to win neutral to get into that strike throw. Like, she doesn't have crazy, dumb, like weird options to like bypass mid range or anything. Like, you can beat her in neutral, then she just sort of doesn't get to do a lot. But if you're losing in neutral clean like Snake is right now, and just getting beat in footsies, that's just gonna be the end of it, because now the lead is gonna snowball.
And it's very scary. You know, even fighting as Manon, she does have good buttons in the mid-range. Very annoying. You see that standing roundhouse, hard to check and challenge. The standing medium kick, that crouching medium punch. She can definitely play the counter game. But Ken, yeah, he's going in right now.
See,
Yeah, all the
sometimes
right
you just
reads
get
right
this
now.
feeling that the other person has no weight in them anymore. And Snake is demonstrating that he's got no weight in him. And Tropic Trickster was just like, cool, I'll wait. And just one out for it. And I mean, what was that? 3 interactions for that last round? Reversal super, already at 4 medals.
Yeah,
Block the
that goes
reversal on
fast.
the other opportunity, and then kill with a punish counter command grab. It was just say goodbye to your health bar.
Yeah. Well, she got those medals. She deserves it, I guess. I'm not gonna bash a champion. You know, that's how it is. Mano, Tropic Trickster going through right now, and I believe it is time for a little break right now. It is 7:50 p.m. Eastern. We have completed the first round of pools. We will be moving into top 48 real soon.
Yeah, I'm just double checking where that was in which bracket. Because it actually, I mean, shout outs to our TOs. We are breezing through this because I look over and I didn't realize how far along we are. We've got a lot of our top 48 set, and the loser side of these pools matches is virtually done as well. So everybody bleeding through these brackets. Um, some of the matches still Dazgio and Tinky Senpai playing for top 48. Um, where was it? I'm in this spot. You ever looking at a bracket and then you just fully lose track of what anything is and where anymore? It's
That
where I'm
does
at.
happen
Where sometimes
sometimes.
you look and you're like, I don't even know what pool's what anymore.
Right. Okay, I believe that was winners round 2 of their pool that we just saw. And the winner of that will be facing Space Boy in the next match.
Ah, okay. That's why I missed
Right.
it. I,
But yeah, this is
as
moving
my
pretty
wife
fast.
Yeah, as my wife will attest to, I am in fact blind. But yes, you were right. We are going to be throwing to a quick break before we resume some more of these matches. So get up, stretch your legs, get a beverage, do what you got to do, but don't go too far because we're going to be coming back with our top 48 action real soon. So keep it locked and loaded, y'all.
Hello and welcome back. This is the Capcom Pro Tour World Warrior 2025 US Canada East event number 5. I am here with Brad M. You're still doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing great, having an awesome time. We're watching some great matches, and it's always a delight to get to sit down with the homies at Incendium and check out East Coast action, like the match that's coming up for you as we are loading in momentarily. IDOM and Lazy Boredom. Like you said, we're at the top 48, and yeah, we're starting to get to the point now where like I have the point spread over on my other monitor, and some of this stuff
Right.
that's I think kind of starting to matter a little bit more because we're at the point now where some of these players, it's like, all right, Lazy Boredom seated at 14 with 42 points, IDOM with 90. Now IDOM is very, very close to gu- guaranteed.
Right.
But from here on out, the points start to, exponentially go up, right? And making it through this point, I think if Idom wins this match, he's more or less guaranteed in this top 8 for the regional finals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you should be able to get through after this game. Well, every match at this point is going to be difficult. Every match, you can't sleep on your opponent. This is top 48 after all. We passed through pools. Lazy Boredom has been consistently placing well in these events, so you can't sleep on them. The winner of this match will be facing Blue, who is also a killer, and Blue just
Mm,
defeated Femshep 2-0. Femshep, who we just saw beat Thunder Delangus in a nail biter, actually.
yeah.
Yeah,
So Femshep drops down into loser side, playing against the winner of Campaign and High Speed Chaos. So definitely still routes to victory for a whole bunch of our players. Some other players up here in the top 48, like you said, Blue. We have Punk and Big Mo playing opposite Azan and Paladin.
right.
Okay, so many of these crazy names. And we are loading in here. Idom, with every time I see his CFN name, I roll my eyes and chuckle at the same time. Versus Lazy Boredom on the Marissa.
There could be worse names, you know? Like, I see that name, it makes me happy. Okay, and I'm going to work right now. One of the best Banons in the world. I am thinking also about Random in Germany, perhaps Akutagawa, who's been terrorizing the Japanese ranks. Here, Idom, first round already, and he's not done working right now. The frame traps, Lazy Boredom's gonna have to find a way to get something going.
Oh, smart. Okay, recognizes that's a spot where Marissas tend to go for that option, but they get locked in a little bit, and having the super on deck means that you can have an answer there. Lazy Boredom just shy of 3 bars, but I don't know if that was a bad frame trap or if he just thought he had more respect than he did. And being in burnout here is so scary. Jump in roundhouse. You did not have the health to armor through that, and Idom secures that first game for himself.
Good eye, you saw that counter from Marissa there getting blown up with by the jump in. Second game. The armor, where are you going? To the ground. You see that kick afterwards? So disrespectful. You know, in the corner, taking that pressure. Great frame trap. You're gonna have the safe jump. Drive reversal, avoiding the pressure.
Ooh.
That's not enough. That was almost a perfect there on Lazy Boredom's side.
Yeah, I mean, Marissa can snowball so well. I think Manon plays neutral at a great spot to fight against Marissa. And with the long legs that she has, like jump in roundhouse hits so high up, and Marissa's such a tall character that I think like it's a little bit harder for Marissa to use her more committal mid-range and longer range options. You will just get smoked out. Good parry. We're not going to get a punish for it. Back throw, nothing comes of it. Trade is unfortunate for Lazy Boredom there. Oh,
Yeah, trap it back, but luckily there was no counter. I'll make it count. But Lazy Boredom has no more drive. We're going forward, and that's gonna.
You did, but it doesn't matter. These long legs reach. Oh.
Yep. Those hot Latino nurse long legs doing the work right now. Set point for item. 3 medals on deck. What a whiff punish. Gonna make it count. That's a good damage there. He's so ready. I'm so ready with the anti-airs.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Low forward into the command grab.
Oh. That's a parry. Gonna get a knockdown after that. Okay, interrupted combo.
I imagine the
either
idea was he
way.
didn't want to put himself in burnout, but didn't see a route to kill even with level 3. Okay, one more touch is needed here for Idom. What's it going to be? Finds the command grab. That was... You were baiting it all in that moment on, is there going to be a reversal? And Lazy Boredom chose no. Lazy Boredom chose the path of patience, and it was not the correct path in that moment. I think there were a couple of spots in particular in that game where I couldn't help but feel like Lazy Boredom was in a spot where they could have won. But what I think about is I feel like the craziest interactions of Street Fighter to watch are ones where you see people who are able to nest decisions within decisions. Like
Okay,
throw, but option selecting an anti-air behind it is like one level of that.
right.
But what you start to see at the highest level of play in like your Evo Grand Finals is you see people where you see interactions going 3, 4, 5 layers deep. And I saw spots there where if Lazy Boredom was playing on the next layer, he would have won.
I see.
Spots where it's like, oh, in this spot, if you had been ready to hard commit to your level 3 in this spot, you would have won. Like spot like armor phalanx into like this option and losing out on the interaction, but the level 3 would have saved you. Things like that where I'm like, if you were ready for that one next point rather than sometimes your decision making ends and you let the interaction conclude.
Right.
But sometimes the interaction is not necessarily done yet. And the highest level of players, I feel like they're never just done with the interaction until it's actually done.
It looks like it's done, but they're still working on the next layer
Right.
and they're
And
seizing
that's
their
the,
opportunities.
the
Yeah.
coolest stuff to watch because that's when you get the I anticipated you anticipating me anticipating this, and that's when you really start to at least maybe it's my Chun-Li player showing, right? But like when that starts to happen, that's when I'm like, cool, that's the kung fu master, right? Like
Right.
this is the point where it starts to be like Legend of the Drunken Fist, and you're really just seeing that. Maybe that just speaks to like what I think makes for like a good or a cool fighter or a fighting game character. Like maybe that's just my personal interpretation of what mastery looks like, but it's my favorite stuff to watch.
I think that's why you have a good taste in character selection, you know? I mean, that's why you pick Chun-Li, you know?
You know what? I think you're right. That's why. You know what? I'm not. If I just wanted to slug on people, I'd be picking different characters. And you know what?
We're
I've
working so
tried other
hard.
characters.
That's
I'm
good. That's
thinking
good.
so much. Ugh, I don't have a throw loop. Ugh. I gotta think so hard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's good that you're trying other characters, you know? There's some people that just stick to like one kind of, chicken nuggets and ketchup. That's it. That's all I eat. I don't want anything else, you know? But you gotta live a little. Try something.
Which is a shame because chicken nuggets are good. Who doesn't
I'm
like
not gonna
chicken
bash
nuggets?
on chicken nuggets. I'm not gonna bash on chicken nuggets. I love chicken nuggets. I had some last night.
Chicken
I'm not
nuggets.
even gonna front.
I'm 33 years old. I made dino chicken nuggets for lunch the other day.
Bro, oh, you're winning. You're winning at life. I hope you shared.
I did. I made extra for my wife. When we were at
That's
the
right.
supermarket buying them, I looked at her and I was like, "You want to feed this to our kids?" She goes, "Psh, these are for us."
That's a keeper.
She's like,
That's a keeper
she's
right
like, "He's
there.
not eating this processed crap."
You gotta feed the people right. All
Yeah.
right.
So this next match is actually crazy. Azan versus Paladin, seeded 9th and 10th, but with a same overall score across all 4 tournaments thus far. For the top threes, Azan at 55 for top 3 versus Paladin's 45. So however you score this, super tight between these two players, and now both making a very direct impact on each other's possible final placement for this bracket in a spot where they are within 5 points of, your seventh and eighth place on this bracket. So monumentally important match for what our top eight for regional finals ultimately looks like here.
Two great players, Azan with the Jamie, I believe, and Paladin playing the Ryu. I know that he has been training other characters in the past months. I believe I saw him with Akuma for a little bit, but I did watch a lot of his Ryu gameplay just to see like every level. You know, you got best
Mm.
players and then the people just under that, and Paladin really has that youth. You know, the fire inside his Ryu. I love to watch him play. He's not afraid.
So we had I used to be part of we did shows where we would have guest players on, and Paladin was one of our guest players. So we got to watch Paladin play through a ladder bracket for a while. And it was interesting to be like in the seat next to Paladin while they were playing and asking them about it, because there's so many really interesting interactions that Paladin will play out in neutral where they make like really fascinating decisions. And I remember asking Paladin, like, hey, what is it that you're thinking about in these like how are you making these decisions? um and it was so fascinating. Just there was a purity to his answer. Like Paladin's a young buck, right? Like this is a newer player,
Yeah.
and to I think heart is a great word for it, but like with this character in this game at this time, Paladin's heart's in the right place, and these decisions that he makes in the neutral uh, just tend to work out. I'm a little bit intrigued at the idea of Paladin exploring Akuma. Feels like a little bit of an evil character for him. I feel like Paladin wants some of that pro tag energy behind him. I could see a Terry Bogard. I could see a Ken. Akuma's an
Hmm.
interesting choice. It's like tempted, giving into temptation. Come on, man.
I tried. I'm not evil enough for Akuma. That's too evil for me personally.
Yo,
I would
I
lose
dabbled in
myself in the
Akuma
sets
and
we were
I was
having.
like, I can't believe that this character does this stuff to people. Like at any point in the game, if you have plus frames, like you can just start to be like, yeah, you know what? I'll bet it on this, and I'll bet it on that, and I'll bet it on this. And if your opponent isn't ready for it, you're just like, oh word, if I'm right, I get a knockdown. If I'm wrong, I get plus frames. So like whatever. There's a very clear answer that clean beats me, but if they're asleep at the wheel and don't do it, then I just get to do what I want. There's like so much. I don't want to call it scrub busting, but I'm going to because it's inflammatory. But there's so much scrub busting built into Akuma's kit. He's a great character
Yeah.
played like honestly, but then he can just go degen, and like if you're not prepared for the blitz, you're gonna get
Yeah.
blitzed.
Uh-oh, demon flip. What do I do?
Right.
Time
Which
to
admit
sweat.
maybe
That's
I
what's
feel that
happening.
way because like I'm also a person that 100% of the time gets thrown by Cammy's hooligan throw. Right? Like just at no point in my life have I ever just no matter how many times I tell myself, not only can I anti-air it, I can just crouch, but I still
That's so
stand up into it
real.
and get thrown.
That's so real.
It's like I don't know
Like,
what it is. No amount of mental conditioning gets rid of this for me.
you know, fighting in the 1600s, I've seen the camis do hooligan, and I'm going through the same thing as you. I'm getting thrown left and right, and I'm like, this is not supposed to happen. This is not
Bro,
supposed to happen, right? Somebody help
you
me
said the
here.
1600s, and before I thought ranking, I thought years. And I was like
Oh boy, I'm
imagining
not that old.
French
I'm not
armies
that old.
fighting with halberds, but still not anti-airing Cammy Hooligan. Somebody with artistry, please draw or render that. I want to see Cammy Hooligan flipping onto a 16th century French militia. It looks like we're calling an audible. Space Boy versus Shine will instead be the
Okay,
next match. And we're jumping up to a winner's quarter, so this is for winner's side top eight. And this is also
right.
a really important match. Space Boy seeded 105 point, very similar to Knuckle Do. Also basically
Mm,
safe, but Shine sitting down at seventh. on the ladder right now. Getting into this
Yeah.
top 8 for Shine would be massive because it guarantees at least 20 points. So there's room for a point improvement here for Shine so long as he wins this game.
Right. And we know Shine has been traveling, Shine has been grinding. Let's see how his Kimberly fares against Space Boy's Mai. Got Chosen already.
I feel like I've watched this character in player matchup a couple of times in the last couple of months, and I just feel so bad for Shine. I feel like he keeps getting matched up against Space Boy's Mai, and something about it feels like there's just not quite an answer, and I don't know what it is that's missing, because Shine's ground game is fantastic, and he has among the best utilization of medium kick of anyone playing this game right now, but Mai just seems like she doesn't care about it.
Right. It seems like it's gonna be a question of who is the best in this particular set.
Ooh.
Ready for the anti-air. Okay, but Shine did not burn out. That's a win in its own. We're fighting out of the corner. Wake up, crouching medium kick. You are not baiting anything this round, sir. First round.
And like, you're absolutely right. Not getting burned out there was huge, and it was an artifact of Shine making decisions, or it was like, this interaction isn't over. I can still optimize this outcome a little bit more and set it up in a way where he didn't have to block anymore. But Mai is just so kitted out, and Space Boy's reactions are really, really good. Great with punish with the low strong. We have level 3. I don't presume we're going to use it. Oh, I don't know if that was a drop or if we were going for some sort of weird interaction. In Burnout now is Space Boy. Just use the level 3. Yeah.
Space Boy had such control at the beginning of this round. Had the anti-airs ready, did not bite on the fake elbow jumps. But now he's burnt out, and Sean is trying to get something going. Walking under the elbow. I'm gonna take this one away, my friend. Swinging like a bee. Cut the music. Cut that level 3 music.
Shine went, DJ, play my song. Space Boy went, I don't like that song.
I don't like that song. Alright. 1-0 Space Boy. Let's see how Shine bounces back. Baits the DP. You can take some liberties with one match ahead. Going for that wake up DP was blocked. Reversal dodges the cans. Lucky for him.
This is huge. Okay, that's big. Space Boy, yeah, chooses to block on wake up, gets burnt out. That's going to be a stun now. Shine ought to have the damage here. It's just going to be a question of what he chooses to spend. Nothing, but he gets away with a jump in fierce that Space Boy kind of just doesn't block his dome. Loses out on that interaction.
Yeah, big safe jump there. Clean hit for Shine. Taking the lead here, but Space Boy coming right back with the fight. Kachosen, drive rush anti-air, ready to cover the angles. Great whiff punish, that's the medium punch.
Oh my god. Slight delay roundhouse into an overhead for a perfect. Space Boy on set point.
Yeah, I think you were onto something. Does Space Boy have Shine's number? Again, fireball drive rush. Shine in the corner. Great patience, does not bite on the shimmy. Okay, we're dancing. Watching each other.
It doesn't matter. Her standing strong is just so good.
Yeah. Such good awareness there with the whiff punish. Now Space Boy is burnt out. Gonna try to see how he's gonna fight out. Rockster running overhead. Beautiful, but now we're in the corner. We're gonna have to take a decision. Wake up super. It's parry. Shine ready for the wake up option. That's 3 bars. We see some yellow on the health. Elbow and level 3. Not gonna be enough.
So the fact that I think Space Boy's out of burnout by the time he wakes up. Oh, it doesn't matter. He's dead.
He is dead.
I thought he was gonna live with a sliver.
I was wondering. It was so close. No wake up. We're going to the next match. 1-1.
And you go to bed and wake up dead. I don't know. That might be a dated reference for our audience. That's crazy. I don't even. Did you?
that went over my head. I will admit.
Shout out Scary Movie 3.
Okay, what a reference. close matchup for now. Shine giving some space to Space Boy. Conversion there. Enhanced projectile and Shine in the corner. Gonna attack that drive. Shine is patient, taking that throw. Barry. The side switch. Can you make this work? Oh, but Mai is so oppressive.
She really is, but you can see that Space Boy made a really active decision to be like, I'm winning on this series of pressure. We're not resetting back to neutral. And I think he committed a little bit too hard. Oh my god, you're an asshole.
Dude, I was sweating on that one. I cannot believe this happened. Shana was doing such a great job in Burnout. Space Boy manages to clutch it out with the full jump into dive. Set point for Space Boy. Checking the drive rush. And the throw in the corner. Drive rush. Another throw. This is some judo.
A little bit too far away for an anti-air. Going for another fake. We find the anti-air. Geez, Space Boy is just so... You called it out already that he's not biting in a lot of these fakes. But I don't feel like Space Boy's missed an anti-air in a spot where he actually could do it. Like, I feel like he's at 100% for anti-airs that are possible.
Absolutely.
Oh,
okay, we're gonna spend the level 3. We're gonna try to end it in this round.
And that's just shy of burnout for Shine. It's really gonna matter. OD fan? No, just standing. I think that's fierce. I don't remember. Oh my god.
Yeah. That's a big standing fierce for the burnout. And Shine had no meter left. That was very hard. Space Boy, clinical actually.
Is there a more hit confirmable button in this game than Mai's standing medium punch? I would, like, maybe there is, but I feel like it's up there because even
the heavies are pretty good.
But for mediums?
Yeah, for mediums, it might be one of the goals.
Because when Mai first dropped, and I know she's been nerfed a little bit, but like Mai first dropped, I'm playing her in the lab. Again, I'm not a good player, but even I was like, oh, this is so confirmable. This is a crazy good button. And I think in Street Fighter 5,
16 frames of cancel window.
Space Boy was at his best in Street Fighter 5 when, like, Street Fighter 5 ended up in this place where single button confirms were so important, and having good buffers and good single touch confirms was monumental. Space Boy on, like, the Sakura with the great confirms on, like, standing short, that was, like, peak Space Boy in Street Fighter 5. And now it's like, so you gave him an incredibly confirmable, borderline spammable button, but it's a medium?
Oh, he's gonna use it.
Like, no wonder his results have skyrocketed since Mai dropped. Is Mai a strong character? Yes. But Mai's strengths align with Space Boy's strengths as a player so much. Now we get to see more Mai Knuckle Dew on the Mai. Loading it on this next one, playing up against Kami on the Akuma.
Yeah, for the past month, Knuckle Dew has been working on that Mai, huh? Putting in the work. You see the legend status right there. Multi-character specialist, but Kami coming in with the demon. Also a killer. Oh, and he misses with the meaty fireball. Knuckle Dew gets out of the corner.
I wonder if that was a miss. That seems like it could have been the kind of thing where, like, you're baiting to charge a little bit longer for plus frames, but then you go early to get throw to bait a parry. But that's the kind of thing where it's like, oh, I'm starting to play layer 3, layer 4. Pick up level 1, but it's too slow. Gets clipped out by the fireball out of Knuckle Dew.
Uh-oh. Yeah, and Kami needs to fight out of the corner somehow. Okay, gets his drive back. But dome opened. Breaking the guard with that overhead. Knuckle Dew with the first round.
Oh, there's that demon
flip dive kick.
Sometimes you gotta go for shenanigans. Oh, with punish, but just into the fan. I think Dew's guile shows a lot in how he plays a lot of other characters, because Dew shows in a lot of spots that he's willing to make do with smaller gains for more farther out interactions. Because Guile is so situational on when he can cash out. When he can cash out, it's huge, but he can't always. Empowered level 1 and right into an empowered fan. Oh,
Oh,
just barely not a kill.
yeah, you're definitely onto something. Knuckle Dude definitely, he's able to play at multiple speed. He can play fast. He can play slow. He knows when to pick his spot with the DPs and the supers. As I was saying, taking that pressure and immediately wake up OD DP. Cammy pushing Doo into the corner right now. Akuma whiffs the sweep. Big whiff punish. We're in the middle of the stage right now. Both players with low drive gauge. Let's see how this works.
I feel like this ends up better for, especially since Doo already has the initiative. But that extended parry, I mean, Kami making the decision to just parry through all this fireball offense is huge because there's not a lot of frames behind it unless she's like charging. And even if she is charging, right, like you can parry just through a lot of that stuff. If you're not interested in a perfect parry and you just want to get some drive gauge back, that works out fine for you. Right. Standing short check, nothing behind it.
Huge jump. We're gonna get the OD.
Wow.
In.
That was Jump Fierce just into a level 1 and it did 50% of Akuma's life. That's insane.
Hey, you chose the Akuma life. Neutral jump, unchecked by Cammy there. Knuckle Dude pushing Akuma into the corner. A throw. Trying to go for the throw loop, but the OD uppercut. Deny the pressure. And he's gonna need to make this count. Hanging on to dear life right now. Meaty standing medium punch target combo to close the round. Hanging on.
Love that. Nice adaptation. Has a meter deficit, but that's interesting. So Doo's knowledge of how the minutia of fireball games work is crazy here. Waiting to throw his fan until after Kami has won out an OD fireball exchange is crazy because Kami's in the expectation that, cool, they blocked my OD fireball, I'm winning the fireball game. But between the speed of the fan and the fact that it has follow-up threat after if you throw the OD is massive. And it's making Knuckle do, or it's making Kami have to respect in these weird spots. You're not quite dead, but you're in the corner, in burnout. This is real scary. Wake up level 2 does get blocked both in burnout, but it's not going to matter. Knuckle Dude finishes his plate 2-0 to move on into the winner's side of top 8 to play against Space Boy.
That was really good. Well done. Wow, I'm still flabbergasted by how that drive gauge got absolutely obliterated by Mai there in that last sequence. Akuma just trying to hold on to dear life, and the falling fan coming, he's trying the perfect parry. Oh, I blocked it, burnt out. And just that pressure with the OD fan and the standing heavy punch. It's so scary to face her.
It's crazy. I don't know what to do to, because and I feel like I talked about this the last time I got to sit down for one of these World Warrior Easts as well, and it's been like 2 or 3 months, and still it seems like people don't necessarily have an answer for what are you supposed to do against a Mai when she's in that spot and able to run that game. And it seems so hard. If she gets that spot to get a fan out and earns that frame advantage, she does such a great job of just living in that pocket and bullying you. And it feels like it's never over. You know what it is? It's like she does such a great job of ensuring that there's more layers of interaction to deal with for a very long window of time. Like there's such a long window where Mai is setting stuff up where it feels like she can keep outplaying you and keep outplaying you and keep outplaying you. And it's
Outplaying.
in the sense of like you hit go on 4, but I hit go on 5, right? Like, you know, maybe outplay has the wrong connotation to it, but you know, just in terms of like being able to build and build and build and let there's a term I've heard chess commentators use that I like to borrow that's called maintaining the tension. And it's when there's an interaction that can happen on the board where like a piece can take a piece and, you know, start changing stuff, but instead of taking the piece, the player will make a different improving move. And it's like, I'm gonna let this sit and I'm going to keep making decisions over here that make my interaction better. And eventually, either I'm going to light the fuse on this interaction when I decide it's right, or you're going to pull the trigger early and I'm going to get the better of it. And I think Mai is a character that is so well equipped to let you be like, and we're keeping the tension, and we're keeping the tension, and oh, you decided to jump. Cool, I have an anti-air, and now there's a knockdown into this, into that, and I got the super, and now I have better fans. And it just snowballs so well. But it feels like she takes such minimal risk in order to get that going. I
Right.
don't know what the hell to do to her.
I think the concept in chess is checks, captures, threats, and improvements. Is that the order
I
that you're
think it
supposed to
is.
play? Yeah,
Yeah, I think it
so
is.
my definitely is a constant threat, at least.
Yes. Uh, and so I don't know, like I think about her kit and I'm like, geez, what needs to happen? Like, you're on the balance team for season 4. What are you doing to Mai? Like, what are you changing with Mai? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. To be fair, I believe that every character should be annoying and good. If we're not complaining about the character, then the character does not exist yet. That's how I see things.
Mm.
So my
Did you play Marvel by any chance?
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I played
Mm.
some.
That's
I watched Marvel 2 because this is too hard for me, but I played Marvel 3 a lot.
You can tell a Marvel player by their willingness to let stuff be broken. I've never
Of
met a Marvel
course.
player that wasn't like, just let every character be broken and then it'll just be sick.
All right. Idom versus Blue right now. This is for winners top 8 side.
Yep. And this is another interaction where very few points separate these two players on the leaderboard. So, I think they're both pretty firmly secure into the regional finals, especially with how things are panning out. But seeding can go a long way. Idom in the corner, in burnout, against the DJ with a life deficit. This is scary. It is really a question of, do you cash out the level 1 at any point? I think that was gapless.
I don't think she could have done anything there. Blue was like, this is my round to take. Check.
DJ, man. If JP is the worst character to play against if you're in burnout and you're full screen, DJ's the worst character to play against if you're in burnout and he's anywhere near you with any amount of initiative.
And you know he's gonna get there. You know it's gonna turn green and get it, knock at your door.
He's
Another
got rhythm.
command for
Not
one
quite
more
slow.
medal.
Ooh! You catch out the level 3? You do. You want to secure the round. I agree with that.
Okay. No time to waste. Going to the final round with 3 medals. That counts for something.
So this can be a super explosive round, right? Because Manon with 3-4 medals can be explosive because any command grab interaction is crazy amounts of damage. Blue, with level 3 available, though, means that there's a huge cash out available should they choose to. Leaves him standing for a strike throw mix, gets the throw. Crazy plus frames, and then just backs off, keeping that tension even more.
Great control there by Blue. Kept Idom in the corner for the whole round. Anti-airs on point, the frame traps, the delays. Look at that stance. Maximum, baby. First game goes to Blue.
Like a performer on Fire Island, making Manon's Instagram page look mad disappointing. That's probably a dated reference too at this point now. Damn, I'm old.
You're not even that old. You're not even an unk according to the youth. You're not even 35.
Oh shit, you're right. I am.
You got your whole life in front of you.
You know, I hope so. I'm gonna appreciate your optimism and ride that wave like Blue is riding all of this frame advantage in the corner right now. Goes for a bait. Oh no! Gets the worst of an air-to-air interaction in that spot, and Idom gets some breathing room. Works out of the corner. That's medal number 4. Oh, stand short check.
Yeah. 4 medals, but loses the round. Blue happy about that one for sure, but not happy about the number of medals on the other side. Yep. Footsie game, and Idom wins it with the first whiff punish. Tri-Flush cancel, gets the 5th medal. Hey, hey, hey. Fireball playing the long range game a little bit more. Ready for the anti-air at that range. Surprising. I'm gonna spend a meter as well. Why not? Punish counter so bad. Going in with the pressure, and now we're attacking the draft gauge. Blue.
Yeah, and I love that choice, right?
Right now.
Put Idom in that spot. The fact that we're back to neutral though, like it's so easy to tunnel vision on the drive gauge and make these mistakes. I like that they were both a little bit willing to recognize that the moment had passed and waited it out. Blue, okay, drive gauge lead. Oh, big anti-air from Idom, and he's able to secure the round for it.
Huge. Another one. Hanging on. Drive rush so bad. Gotta be careful. Okay, Idom in the corner, trying to defend himself, staying active on defense right now. Pushing the buttons, jumping in, but Blue steady. The wall, the Jamaican wall, keeping Manon in the corner right now.
Oh no, doesn't get a trip guard there. Sets up more plus frames, low short, too far away to get a low jab confirm after. Just cashing out right into the super. I have to imagine that's about targeting drive gauge and maintaining some degree of momentum though with how little drive gauge Idom has. You can't afford to block, so Blue sets up a frame trap. So smart. Yeah. I imagine that was like a delay tech from Idom in that spot. And that's exactly the kind of interaction where I'm like, oh, there's layers there, right? Idom burns out if he blocks anything. But he's going to choose to make a more passive defensive choice because he's also going to die. So he makes a passive defensive choice, like a delay tech, in expectation of Blue making a more active choice to be like, yeah, well, I figure you're going to parry or something, so I want to throw you. And then loses out for it in the frame trap. And those, like, really minor interactions, but you can, like, chart out the thought process of both players. And it blows my mind, and unfortunately blows Idom down into the loser's bracket.
Yeah, Blue doing a good job using that tempo, that last exchange. Idom falling into losers right now, and we know that he was qualified, but something could happen depending on how Azan or Paladin do in the losers. It's going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah, so if Idom does not make top 8, the 9th place would only get him 15 points up to 105. If Azan or Paladin or Kami, or I guess Azan or Paladin are the big ones, but if they have good runs, that can shake things up. And then it really starts to matter at that point of like, all right, like how far does Idom go? You know, like basically from 5 to 8, there's so much room for malleability here. A lot's going to matter too in this next match. Our final top 8 winner side qualifier match, Punk and Azan. Punk sitting up at either number 2 or number 1, I think, depending on the scoring rubric. But in either case, solidly in our regional finals. Azan ever so slightly out of it, absolutely playing for. I mean, if Azan places, actually, geez, Kami is playing for top 8 loser side right now. If Azan wins this and Kami doesn't, I think Azan is guaranteed to make it in over Kami.
Well, let's see how he handles Punk, the god, the monster. Yeah, Punk relentless, bringing in the pressure. You know, I'm gonna say something that's gonna sound funny. Punk is so good at blocking. Like, he will walk into range and then just crouch and block. And he's waiting for something. And he gets you comfortable and then he opens you up. Look at this.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely
Playing
right.
On the ranges there.
Yeah. No, you're so right. And it's like, it sounds funny until you're thinking about it on that level. And it's like, Punk gets to a range where it's like, any other player is like hitting low forward in that range. And Punk is like, nope, I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
And that's why Punk has some of the best whiff punishment in the game, right? And has for years.
He's still young. He's still young. Wake up DP and it is blocked by Punk. Hooligan.
Alright, drinking some herbal tea. Oh, goes for the frame trap, ends up finishing out the Rekka anyway.
And catches him again with a crouching medium kick. Azam caught walking backwards a little bit there.
Oh, you're dead. Well,
Is that
you're
gonna
not dead, but
punish it?
oh, actually, you didn't
Nope.
even get to punish it. I think if you were closer, maybe, but I was wrong as Punk was. Sorry, Azan, I didn't respect your game. Command grab.
That was 3
And
bars
level
down the
3.
drain, unfortunately.
That's massive. Punk with that big cash out going into round 3. And like I said, there's space for Jamie to be a pseudo V-trigger character and just use his level 2 and bulldoze the crap out of you. We're going to have to see how does Azan choose to use these resources. Playing a really heavy footsie game right now. A lot around these mid-range pokes, medium kick from both players. Oh no, that's the second time now that jump the spacing has been a little bit odd. And now Azan stuck in the corner. Tons of damage here for Punk.
Super aggressive right now. Alright, free flow strike, trying to get at level 2, but it is denied by Punk with the drive reversal. He's gonna get that level 2. Is that enough? Oh yeah, baby. Not too many hits, almost unscaled. That was a lot of damage for the win. Punk with the first game. Let's see how Hazan bounces back from that one. Drive rush and jab from the get-go. And everything is hitting right now for Punk. Hazan in the corner. That's the theme though. The theme is playing for him.
The theme song power-up is a real thing.
I believe in it.
Jab Jackson, standing roundhouse. Punk is so... I think Punk places standing roundhouse better than maybe any other Cammy in the business. Like, I feel like I've never seen Punk standing roundhouse get, like, jumped. And I've tried to play this character, and every single time I hit roundhouse, I get jumped in on. And Punk just has this great sense of not just the space for it, but when the other person is still playing footsies.
Hey,
oh, you're dead?
Micro walk? The micro walk into the back high kick? I see you, Punk. We're gonna keep this optimal. And strike, and Azam gets a hit.
So that's interesting. That's the second or third time now that like low short into standing short has counter hit for Azan. So it tells you that Punk is doing something in those spots. I feel like Punk must be trying to jab check after the first button or something where these chain cancels are working out for Azan as counter hits. That's something I think Azan needs to be mindful of. That or it's a delay tech that's like a really long delay tech that's getting smoked. But I don't expect it's that because delay tech gets so blown up by Jamie once he has drinks.
Huge dive kick. Okay. I'm gonna take one drive bar off of his arm right now. That level 2. Big combo. Level 1. That will be it. Professional Punk the God wins 2-0 over Azan.
Surgical.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Punk, one of the best players in the world, an Evo champion.
You don't say.
I think long overdue for getting a proper title, which I don't think is a minority opinion. I think it's the kind of thing where like every now and again there's a player where you're like, how the hell have they not won like one of the big titles yet? And I think that was Punk for a while.
As long as he stays properly seated, I think he has a chance of winning.
Am I reading a connotation there? Because like that feels like a loaded statement.
If he stands up before the end of the match, Punk might lose.
I heard seeded SEED. Okay.
Oh yeah,
huge difference.
My bad.
Huge difference. You are absolutely right.
Yes.
Punk
is always properly seeded usually.
I would say so too. That's why I was like, yo, damn, what tournament didn't seed him right? Spill the tea.
You would have heard about it.
I'm not on social media a lot anymore, so like maybe not. Maybe I'm aloof to a lot of things. I also like I don't feel like that matchup is particularly great for Jamie, right? Like Cammy has better versions of a lot of Jamie's tools in mid-range, and she doesn't need to drink to get them.
Yeah. She's full power from the start of the round.
And I
for
think
sure.
like Jamie lends himself. There can be a little bit of. I think Jamie is a little bit more of a volatile character, right? Like the fact that the later his drinks get and the more tools he gets, but they are like command grabs or really wide spacing traps or weird drive rush confirms in spots where you're going to catch people out in bizarre interactions. There's an element of catching you unawares to Jamie, I think. And a player like Punk playing the style he plays on a character like Cammy, who is such a solid character,
Yeah, footsie
I just
monster.
don't. I feel like on like he's not equipped to just clean beat Cammy, and Punk is not a player who's gonna get caught sleeping on like a drive rush command grab.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. Well, you know, I think Azam can do well still in losers. He
Oh
still
yeah,
has a chance to qualify in the top 8 right now. He'll be fighting against Levi Hakai for top 8. Up
yeah.
next, we have Shine versus Paladin.
This is
That's
huge.
going to be a good
So
one.
I look at this. I look at the standings, right, and I feel like from Shine down is potentially in flux. And we've got Shine, Paladin, Kami, and Azan all playing down in loser's side right now for this top 8 qual. And there's a minimum 5-point difference between making it into top 8 versus not. And that 5 points can make all of the difference in who rounds out these bottom 2 spots here.
And I love to see this matchup. I would say that Shine clearly has the lead in experience, and that counts for a lot in this kind of game. Right now, oh boy, he broke Paladin's ankle with that mix-up in the corner. That left, right, that hit me.
It's funny, you remark on experience. I feel like that is a style of mix-up that doesn't happen a lot in Street Fighter 6. We saw it a lot
True.
more in like even Street Fighter 4 more than like Street Fighter 5. Laura had it in Street Fighter 5, so Shine's used to blocking it at the very least, playing against Idom, who shot out for the raid, and all 256 EU that came out here from Idom's raid. All 8 bits worth of you for my comp sci fans out there. Paladin in Burnout getting absolutely mauled. And we find the anti-air here. Oh, okay, I didn't block that one.
Stay in the
Jesus!
corner.
Shine, this poor kid!
Nobody puts the kid in the corner. Paladin is out and his drive is back. What about his optimism? Optimus Prime? Down to the floor. Okay, Hadouken, we're playing the footsie game. 3 bars on both sides. The patience. They know that the round could end at any moment right now.
Like this one.
Kick, it hits raw. Into the elbow. Drop a beat.
Yeah. Shine's footsie game is just so good. And I think like Ryu wants to play that game. I feel like Ryu really strives in like Ryu feels almost like an in-between of Marissa and Shun, where it's like, I'm gonna outplay you and beat you in footsies, but when I do, it's gonna do a brick of damage, and then you're gonna be on the back foot. And like, Shine on Kimberly with this medium kick, it just feels hard-pressed to just win that footsie interaction in that way.
Already Shine with half a health bar lead. Now then, trying to make something happen. Low on
Love
drive.
that standing short there.
Okay, Shine taking its time to approach. Oh, huge jump in. The classic fake elbow to jump in. The throw. The counter next throw. Paladin's still alive. OD Shoryuken is blocked. Fights like a young man with nothing held back. Set point for Shine. Another OD uppercut. What is going on? Shine blocking all of them. Elbow, and we're gonna take that buff for Kimberly. The speed and the damage. Pushing Ninja Star Cypher. corner.
This is a
That
done deal.
drive is so low right now. That
Can
drive
this
is very
guaranteed.
low.
Yep.
Perfect parry attempt. Not happening. Kick to the wall. Perfect KO. And Kimberly ran all over Ryu on that one.
That was... So y'all didn't see my face. Unfortunately, Reggie and I can't see each other while we're in game, but I imagine production saw my face, and I spent the last round just like, because Shine so... I'm a fan of Paladin. Let's make that mad clear. Shine
I cheer for the kid, yeah.
so early outplayed Paladin there. Like, the difference was palpable. That was horse and buggy versus an electric car, man. And I say that with all the love in the world. But Shine was just in control. Shine was playing that. Like, at every interaction, Shine was looking at and evaluating the game a layer deeper than Paladin was interacting with it at any given moment. Things like choosing to do an OD extension in the corner, not for damage, not because you had OD, but because it set up a better interaction after so that you could target the drive gauge. Like, that's the layer that I'm talking about when I talk about the best players. That's the stuff they're thinking about. I love Paladin. He's still a young buck. That isn't there for him just yet. Shine had it. So strong of a player. Kami and Campaign sitting down for our next one. Still playing for loser side top 8.
Well said. And this is a very interesting matchup. Aki versus Akuma. Akuma with no more drive in the corner and 0 meter. This is very dangerous. Gonna try to find a way out of the corner. No, the dive kick keeps him in the same side. At least he has 1 bar a meter. And we're gonna combo into the DIs. No guessing required when you're dead.
Ooh, ends up on the other side, makes the Demon Flip, makes a whiff.
And Demon Flip is very hard to deal with as Aki. Well, for a lot of characters, actually. Okay. Throw in the corner. Another one. Dashing in. Oh, that was huge. Taking the plus frames. Campaign tried to push a button there. Got tagged.
I wonder if
Anti-fireball.
Kami had chosen to commit drive gauge if you could have gotten the kill there. Oh, ready with the anti-fireball option. That's huge for Campaign. 40% life on that. Has CA available to be able to cash this out. This is virtually a one-touch game. Gets the counter hit anti-air with the poison stack locked in. Kami, my friend. I hardly knew ye.
Oh boy. Clean. The poison. You need to train against poison, Akuma. Satsui no Hado is not
worried
enough.
about Satsui no Hado. He respects no other force. It's like, bro, what about a thermonuclear warhead?
Right? Breaking submarines in deep water sea. Like, come on. Gotta work on your training.
Okay.
Huge whiff punish. And this is what Akuma does best. Look at that chunk of health. Remove. 2.5 touch, baby. This is why he's considered one of the best characters in the game.
Okay, plus frames in a low short, works out. We don't get a lot for it. No, presses the frame trap a little bit too far and gets clipped for it. All right. Nail whiffs. Kami really likes to play with the timing of the charge fireball. Like, that timing difference of partial charge versus full charge, he really loves to live in that pocket.
Wow!
Okay.
That was instant reaction there. We're gonna spend the level 3. Campaign's gonna be left with a sliver of drive, maybe? Is it? Yeah.
This is
Hard to
scary.
guess.
Oh, you had enough damage! Not enough damage, I'm sorry, enough hits! That's guaranteed. The disrespect of a meaty DP, but I love it. I don't care what you bring to the table. You are dying. There is going to be a C icon in the victory indicator. We are going to a game 3.
What a round!
Okay.
Okay, big
Put a
whiff
sweep.
punish. I'm gonna need to calm down over here. Okay, drive rush, forward fierce. Gonna get a throw and another one. Walking forward. Try to get something going. Punish counter throw. And no more drive for
Ooh.
Aki, and she's gonna eat that drive impact. Mm. Tatsumaki. Set point
See,
for
I want to
Kami.
be critical because I love when people go for throw more. Like, I would love to see somebody do 5-6 throws and just kill somebody to death with throws. But that was a great spot for Kami to instead choose to be like, now's the time to go for buttons because I'm going to set up burnout and checkmate off of it. Has the level 2 on deck for more damage. Going to set up the corner interaction. Oh, we do still have a pickup too. We're close enough for the DR extension.
That's cute. OD slide out of the corner. Invulnerable to strikes. And now Kami with the perfect parry, denying the pressure from campaign. Hikoku, crouching heavy punch, Tatsu into the super. Yeah, that was clean.
I was not positive whether that was going to be enough, but it ultimately is. And with that, Kami moves on into the top 8, which does guarantee Kami and a much needed improvement in their score. So sitting at 62 right now. So ending up with a minimum of 20 points going in to this one. Huge improvement necessary when everything from like 7th place down on this top 8 right now is so volatile. And the fact that Azan and Paladin both still, no, I'm sorry, Shine took it 2 over Paladin and Azan took it 2 over Hokai. So I believe that guarantees that Paladin will not make it into this regional finals. But Azan, Shine, and Kami all still technically able to play amongst themselves for those last 2 spots. The top 8 is there on the screen for you as it is finalized. Punk versus Blue in the winner side. Opposite, Knuckledew versus Space Boy. And then the loser side, Azan and Adrian, and then Kami and Shine. I think besides the fact that Azan, this is virtually the top 8 placement going into the bracket tonight.
Yeah.
So if one can say anything about CPT World Warrior East, it has been darn consistent. But at the minimum, those bottom 2 spots really matter. And even the fact that, like, so with Idom out and Adrian getting the dub over him, like, that can really shake things up. We could be seeing shakeups as high up as like 5th, 6th seed. What happened to Idom? Somebody asks in chat. So Idom lost to, as I scroll up to the winner side. Sorry, I don't have a stellar memory. Idom lost to
To
Blue in the
Blue
winner side, and then lost to
2-0.
Adrian in the lunar side. So Idom is out at 9th, which only earns him 15 points for this month's bracket. So not gonna make a big improvement to the score, if any. And Idom was like at the line of where you started to feel secure. Somebody's
Kitty.
Pipaka's right here. Hi, sweetheart. You want to say hello? This is Pipaka. She likes to be a
Oh,
shoulder cat. She likes to
hello.
visit.
Nice to meet you.
She loves to show up right before Amazing Street Fighter. And you know what? She's just getting the seat warm before we get this top 8 started. But while she's ready, I'm sure some of y'all need to get up and stretch your legs. And you know what,
Yes,
Reggie, I don't know about you, but I got to get up and stretch my legs and grab some water and stuff. So, you
absolutely.
know what? We're going to take a moment, cut to break real quick, but we will be back with this top 8 and to finalize our regional leaderboard going into World Warrior Finals real shortly. Keep it locked and loaded, y'all. Peace, love, and buttons, y'all, and welcome back. We are here for the top 8 of the final CPT World Warrior 2025 US and Canada East qualifier as the top 8. You know, I took out the good stuff. But oh my God, what a top 8 we have. Before we talk about our players, I want to talk about the man sitting opposite me. Reggie, first of all, thank you so much for sitting down and joining me this evening. How have you been enjoying the festivities?
You know, first row seat to excellent matches. I cannot complain. And every match has been super interesting to analyze. And it's been a pleasure doing this with you today.
It's just, we have such a top 8. Our winners side. Oh yeah, I love when productions on the money. Winner side,
Let's
Punk
go.
versus Blue, and then Knuckle Dew versus Spaceboy. The astute of you will recognize that that is almost our standard top 4 placements. Boost not to be seen tonight. Losers side, Azan versus Adrian, and Kami versus Shine. No boost to be seen this evening. And between his not participating and a lot of room for shakeups in the final scores for positions 5 through 8 on the regional leaderboard, and 4 players in this bracket playing in that pocket, there is so much room for our regional leaderboard to change going into the finals. A lot of it's going to rely on that loser's side, but I mean, Blue coming in at 6th seed, playing for a guaranteed top 3 finish if they have a good placement against Punk, that could be monumental for them. Idom was in the top 8 placements coming into this, unfortunately concludes the evening at 9th. So depending on how tonight goes for the rest of this top 8, we may not be seeing Idom in the regional finals.
Yes, very well spotted. And we'll keep an eye out for Azan and Adrian and NY who will be fighting later on to try to sneak into the top 8. But for now, our first winner semifinal, FlyQuest Punk versus Blue. And
Now I
we
feel some
have
kind of way
Ed.
about that. So I'm gonna keep it real with you. First of all, I think we all know Punk doesn't main Cammy. Punk mains the color pink. That's the most important thing. But if Punk isn't playing Cammy, I feel like I'm seeing a different version of Punk, and that makes me feel some kind of way right now, because obviously Punk is the highest seeded player in this bracket right now, very firmly making it to the regional finals. But Punk can still have a huge determination on who the rest of this top 8 ends up being. Not playing his main character feels a little bit odd to me. But you know, Punk's gonna do what Punk's gonna do. Blue trying to play in this mid-range right now. A lot of spacing with Sobak. Goes for the OD up kicks to try to get the better of that interaction. Has the drive gauge advantage of smoke. Do we have a dream?
Oh, oh. It might not
No.
be needed, actually. Oh boy. Never mind. Let's see what's going to happen after this. Big jump in. The anti-air was
You're
ready.
actually dead.
Punk has no drive. Yeah, big chips there. Big spicy
Am I
chips.
bad that I chuckle that it's like, hey, Punk, if you were an Ed main, you would have won right there?
Like, okay, I'm going to add on to that. I'll just say that Punk, sure, we think he mains Cammy, but that dude mains Street Fighter. He can do whatever he wants. And I
You know
believe
what?
this
That's
is
the
probably
realest thing. That's the realest thing I've ever heard. Also, shout out to
Oh.
Knockout Lindo and Jelly Jams confirming in the chat. They're saying Punk is trying to commit to a full main change to Ed. I was not
Oh,
aware of
beautiful.
it. So
Yeah,
you know
I've
what?
seen
I
him
mean, if
use,
there's that makes more sense for making the change. I'm just bringing a little bit of hater energy to it. I'll keep it a buck with you right now.
Yes, Punk has been using Ed recently, especially last week in some of those events. Doing good work. We saw him play against Chris CCH in a recent event.
Okay.
And Punk can definitely make it work.
Ooh,
Right now,
that knee hit
Blue
is
is
so
bringing
deep.
the pain. Punk in the corner.
And I do believe with this being top 8 now, and production will confirm for me with Voice of God in my ear, but I believe we're making the switch to 3 out of 5 from here on out. Nice confirm off the standing medium kick. Ooh, doesn't go for the combo confirm. Instead goes for the back throw. Catches Blue a little bit asleep at the wheel. I love that choice, but Blue has the level 3 available. I think this is death.
Ra-ra-ra-ra-ra. Yo, wake up, mon. Easy peasy. Yep, these are real matches. First game goes to blue. But Punk did well, though. It was still very close. You see him swinging with that crouching button. And Blue's pressure is relentless.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the best things about DJ, I think. And DJ just, I mean, even from day one, it was apparent, like, all right, DJ's a character that's really gonna live and breathe with just catching you out for flinching when you shouldn't be flinching. Okay, nice pickup, knockdown. What's the mix-up gonna be? Standing jab, plus frames. Oh no! Didn't have the charge for it! That was supposed to be an anti-air, but he wasn't charged.
At least he tried. At least he tried. He had the reflex of going for the anti-air. But what a swing in that round. From that mistake, Punk took it all back to the corner and won the round. Ed is a hard character to fight. Trying to take control of these ranges, giving trouble to DJ.
I feel like we were talking a little bit earlier this evening, and I think Chun-Li was the vantage point for that, but talking about like outplay characters, about the ability to like set up nested layers of interactions. I think Ed is another character who's like that, right? Like where, you know, he wants to be this out boxer. He wants to be this thing where he's like, he's catching you out for making mistakes. I think there's a lot of space in Street Fighter 6 for that. A lot of people look at Street Fighter 6 as this super aggro game and how important drive rush is and all that stuff. And yeah, it is important, but the best players in the world are regularly catching out bad utilization of those tools and blowing you up for not playing intelligently with your resources and your tools. Punk with very little life left, tons of drive gauge, unfortunately trades with the fireball, loses out on the round.
Yeah, that second part of the round was all blue. Basically managed to like string all that damage unchallenged there. With the Ed rap in the background. My motto is win-win. Thy motto is lose-lose. Let's go. Time to dream.
Oh! Oh, Punk's dreaming.
I believe.
All right, Punk. Let's go. Getting the better of that interaction, right? Like you end out the interaction into the flicker knuckle and you get just the trade. Like that's fine. Oh my God, big crouching roundhouse trade into a second level too. Sure.
Now that's a good level too. When you can get 2 in a round, you know you're cooking. Punk ties it up 1-1. And already with the whiff punish at the round start.
See, it like in that way, Punk really, I think, would vibe with Ed in much the same way, right? Like Ed vies so much to be an outfighter, and that's already Punk's natural style as a player. So like, I do think this is a good character fit for him, even if I was being a little bit of a ball buster earlier. Very little life left here on the side of blue. You've got drive gauge, but you can't take... Oh my God. And you gave Punk the ability to just tap you from 3/4 screen? I'm sorry. Yeah. One of the footsie gods has that footsie? Goodbye.
Okay. A bit slow on the anti-air there. And blue manages to push Punk in the corner. Oh, this anti-air was fast enough. Baby! Then kicked in the chest.
That was crazy. Too far away for this.
Oh, not this time. Nightmare. The stuff of nightmares, I tell you. But that's okay.
I love that Punk was ready off of that whole interaction, right? Like, blue went for that standing short there in a spot where, like, it should have comboed or been the right choice, but the spacing was just barely off, and Punk was ready for it. Has to cash out into level 1. It is going to be enough. 2-1 here. Punk over blue. I'm just saying this aloud so I remember to circle back to it, but JNV11 in chat says, I think Punk would click well with C Viper. I do want to address that after, but I don't imagine this match is going to give me a whole lot of opportunity to do so.
No. Action is coming fast right now. Punk already pushing blue in the corner. Check with the crouching medium punch. And no conversion. And we're sliding from left to right on this screen right now. The beauty of Street Fighter 6. Committal corner carry.
Oh. I'm
Oh,
amazed he didn't jump medium kick there. Clipped off the DR, left standing, just a jab check. Blue sets up a beautiful shimmy and works out great for him, gets around on the board. I'm always a little shook when Punk bites in a shimmy, because when I
right?
think shimmy, I think Punk.
A little taste of his own medicine there. Yeah, air to air with the knee. Ready for that punish counter. Punk in the corner.
Okay,
Good parry.
good check, left standing again. Oh no, hard commits too much, and Punk is able to jump out for it. Just shy of 3 bars. Big jump in, fierce. You know Punk is going to wait to cash out this bar. Has the anti-air ready into a level 2. Oh, what have we got on deck? Okay, yeah, we have the right corner combo. Oh no, dummy indeed.
No safe jump. We're going to go for the throw on the parry and the delayed jabs to get the counter hit. Final round, set point for Punk. That Ed doing work.
Oh my god, Punk! Crouching roundhouse in that spot. What a great sense of Blue's timing. Ready with the counter DI off of another one? Goodbye. This is done. I don't care what the score says. I'm just done with this one. I don't think, like, you might live through this, but everything that happens from here on out is a formality.
Get into the cycle chamber, my friend. Wake up for the continental breakfast tomorrow morning. It's on us.
Yo, found the waffle maker 2 frames into that round. Punk,
syrup?
Punk just running. By the end of that, Punk just seemed so confident. Hey, Punk, I'm sorry I had the audacity to challenge whether your Ed was real. I know, I say you main the color pink all the time, but like, okay, you may not have the dream necessarily, but like sometimes people get restless sleep, but like you got an Ed. I do want to circle back though. So I saw, not only did somebody suggest that Punk was going to be good with Viper, somebody else was like, I don't know that he'll be that way because he's not a technical player, but CN. Look, I'm going to say I think you're both wrong, and here's why. There's technicality and there's pace. Viper is a technical character, but she's also a high pace character. And I think there's players that are willing to really play fast, which is to say they're willing to like get a lot of interactions really, really quickly and trust that you're going to get overwhelmed. And then there's players that are willing to let that tension sit. Punk is a player who will let that tension sit, right? Like it's why his footsie game is so immaculate. If Viper ends up that character, I mean, we don't know yet. It's Street Fighter 6. She's going to be a new character in a new game. I don't know. But if I'm going off legacy knowledge, right, Viper is a character that is about overwhelming you with series of interactions, not deep interactions, if that makes sense. And I don't know that either of those players are players that I associate with long series, with long deep interactions, but their series of interactions are immaculate, which is to say that like they're willing to sit on that first layer and blow up the other person versus just being like, yeah, I'll keep picking heads. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if that translates. That's just my 2 cents. Everybody's going to think differently. Knuckle and Space Boy is going to be our next match to determine our winners finals. Both players sitting at 105 overall total on the leaderboard. 45 points firmly behind Punk, who was already secure going to regional finals before today, guaranteeing a top 3 finish. Is just the icing on the cake and the gatekeeping on anybody else's regional finals dreams.
At this point, I guess also for them, there is an incentive to participate to get a better seeding in the regional final.
Yes.
I would assume that the first place will face the 8th place. So the higher you
I
are,
believe
the
so.
easier your matchup will be. So good on Punk. Boost on vacation right now. You know, just chilling, waiting for. He's ready for anything, I assume.
This is something. I don't have the word yet, but this is something. And if I find the word, I'll interrupt whatever thought I have and let y'all know what it is. But NuckleDo versus Spaceboy on a My Mirror to determine who joins Punk in our winners finals.
Kachosen. Good parry. You have to be good at parrying against the Kachosen and the drive rush pressure that ensues. Kagero no Mai.
I think of the matches that we've seen already tonight, you can already see a bit of a difference between NuckleDo and Spaceboy style, where NuckleDo is much more interested in getting that level 1 and getting the empowerment. I think Spaceboy in the matches we've seen so far is way more willing to let it rock without the empowered specials. Right now, it's seeming to make a difference because Punk is getting a lot of mileage. NuckleDo is getting a lot of mileage out of those empowered fans and empowered special moves. Combine that with Burnout, you get a lot more frame advantage to work with. Neutral stops mattering. Okay, normal confirms just into it being level 1.
Back to the corner. Whoa, good perfect parry, but unfortunately whiffs with the crouching jab, gets punish countered. Air throw, stay in the corner. Great awareness by Spaceboy. Too far for the anti-air there. Odi Kachosen. One of the best projectiles in the game. Going in. Tick throw. Stay down. Going back in. Drive rush. Target combo. Started. I guess there was no punish on that.
Ooh.
Both players with low drive. Spaceboy spends it. Gonna take the win.
And that's
Final
huge
round
not
of
having to
3
spend the
bars.
bar. So, like, you see a big difference here. The fact that Spaceboy hasn't spent any bar versus NuckleDo. I think that's the third level 1 from Do.
Yeah, Do is really making sure that he has those stocks ready. Spaceboy with the confirm, pushing NuckleDo to the corner. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Enhanced level 1. And Spaceboy burns himself out, unfortunately.
Oh!
Huge jump in over the OD Kachosen. He reached. And we're going to get that burnout. NuckleDo holding on to almost 2 bars of meter. What's going to happen? Projectile, Ryuen Bu. A little bit of chip. Spaceboy backs up.
Oh!
Gets his life back. Double overhead. And that wasn't even a combo. He could have defeated the second overhead, but he ate it. He ate it.
I don't know how to feel about the idea that Do's decision to be like, how do I deal with Spaceboy's Mai is to learn Mai. That makes me feel some kind of way. We can get into finer points of that after, but Do up a game here over Mai, but over Spaceboy. I'm sorry, but Spaceboy having corner control right now, a little bit late on trying to get that OD fireball out though.
Well, critical parry there by Spaceboy to regain a little bit of drive. You see how fast it goes down when you block the OD Kachosen and then you block the Standing Fierce after? Mai truly attacking the drive gauge. Oh, Spaceboy burns out on his own accord. Going back in, gonna try to get that drive, and now we're playing even. Resources evened out on both sides. Kachosen, big jump in, trades with the anti-air. We take those.
Okay.
That's a win for NuckleDo. Another one. And now Spaceboy has the drive. Space dive.
Okay. Finally out of burnout here is Do. Okay. There's so much mirroring happening. This is looking like a dance routine, looking like Dancing with the Stars. Lauren got robbed. Spaceboy up around. There's not a single person watching this stream right now that understands what I just said, but I don't care. More plus frames. The amount that these two players are okay. Cash out to level 3, wanting to target that drive gauge. Is Spaceboy going to be able to bring this to conclusion off of this burnout? Is everything.
Okay, NuckleDo fighting out of the corner with the Hisatsu Shinobi Bachi, but right back at you in the corner. Wake up level 1. It hits. Oh, ho, ho! What a bait! He was so ready for that. Sorry if I'm screaming. Okay, we got the chips. No dip. Oh, that was dry. NuckleDo fighting out of the corner.
Oh my god, you get a pick off that? That's crazy.
Absolutely. You think he's gonna let you neutral jump over that Kachosen like that? Nah. Nah. jump in. Try to delay the jump in with the Musasabi no Mai. Okay. Good parry. Get that drive back. Pretty evened up right now.
Do is having less and less luck with being able to get mileage out of that level 1. So you can see that Do's style is really dependent on having Empowered Fan. And Space Boy being less dependent on Empowered Fan means that in these pure neutral interactions, it's going Space Boy's way more often. Because I feel like this round was spent much longer without that, and Do just kept playing in a way where it's like, oh, this would have been the right choice if your fan was better, but it wasn't. Okay, back to character select. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hold up. Hold up.
I agree and disagree with that. Okay, we're just taking a second to think about it, but we are locking back in on Mai. Sounds good.
It seems like he's pretty committed to the Mai pick, huh? I haven't seen DJ or Gal in a minute. Space Boy, yeah, big smile.
You gotta wink to the followers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Space Boy still gets the better of that interaction. That's insane to me.
Sneaks in a throw in between the Kachosen pressure. Raw hit on the Musasabi no Mai. Okay. Charging the fireball, but it's not enhanced. Anti-air on point. Keep him in the corner. Another one. Space Boy active on defense right now. The parry.
Parry. Oh, good, perfect parry.
Ouch.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, but Space Boy's still very likely going to lose out this round. Yeah, that was checkmate off the jump.
Very hard position there with the lack of drive. Into double fierce.
Oh, perfect parry jab. Great placement defensively there from Do. You know what it is? I think Mai is a character that really forces you to have a good sense of how to perfect parry effectively more than a lot of the rest of the roster of this game.
Yeah. Your drive is going to suffer if you don't.
Yeah, there's an almost like there's other titles from other producers that emphasize like perfect block or things like that, which isn't traditionally in Street Fighter outside of like parry and third strike. But Mai is a character that really uniquely highlights the importance of perfect parry in this title. Oh my god, you have so little life left as Space Boy. Your OD fan is better. Waits it out, plus frames. Oh, he just waited. He maintained the tension.
Bet it all on the DP, but Knuckle Do was patient, holding that position. Okay. Shinibachi into the corner. We're gonna get a side switch from Knuckle Do. The harassment with the kicks. Oh, interesting Odi Kachosen from Space Boy to deny the pressure there. But now gets thrown. The backdash? No, there was no throw.
Oh, you still got the jab check there into the level 3? That's going to be the round for Do. That's 2 straight rounds won by Do off the situation where I'm like, earlier when I was talking about your ability to nest interactions, like, one's choice to DP in an interaction, that's you choosing this interaction ends here. But you're going all or nothing at that moment in the interaction. And twice now, Knuckle Do has chosen to be like, I'll let another layer happen, and won for it. And that's how Do has ended up in this point in this set.
Alright, 2-1 Knuckle Do. Finish counter conversion. The Battle of the Mayas.
Punish. Her standing strong has very little whiff recovery. Maybe that's what it needs. Oh, double roundhouse.
Yeah, that is such a good button. Get harassed. Roundhouse at -3 on block. You can kind of throw it out there. Okay, the delay walk back crouching medium kick. Blocked. Knuckle seems comfortable there. Getting the trade, that's a win for Knuckle. More damage on the Musasabi no Mai.
Oh, the whiff punish.
Oh no!
Oh, he gets away with that even though it didn't connect? That's crazy. I don't have the time to unpack all of that. Gets clipped by the fan. We don't quite get the pickup, but at least we maintain some frame advantage.
You can punch that. Okay, to the corner again. Knuckle
This is 3 bars on both sides, but if Do gets any amount of initiative right now, this could be everything. He has one more interaction to guess. Oh! And he bets it all on ODDP. It's not gonna happen.
Good job for Space Boy. Hanging in there. Oh, that's gonna hurt. And he gets the buff. That costs a lot of drive, but with the buff, he's actually the one putting pressure on Space Boy's drive gauge. See all that pressure? Nice crosscut DP.
What a crosscut.
Getting the damage. After Space Boy tries to escape the corner. Another confirm to Hisatsu Shinobibachi.
Oh no, Space Boy has so little drive left. You should have level 3'd there, my friend. Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I cannot believe that you didn't level 3 there. You get away with the DP? Oh, Knuckle Dude takes it with the ODDP through the drive rush mix-up. Space Boy, I think if you had level 3'd in that spot, you might have been able to win this set. That's just, that's the end of the coherence of my thought. But like, you were this close. That match was a razor's edge, top to bottom.
Yeah. And this is a kind of moment where you need to take a split decision. Am I going for the drive recovery? Am I going for their drive? Am I going for the damage? Am I spending it now? And in this case, I think, yeah, I agree. Maybe it would have been good if you spent the meter there, huh?
Yeah. I think damage and drive recovery, I think, was the thing there. Because like I feel like a lot of that game was boiling down to the way the fireball interaction worked, of like OD fan competes with charged fireball and you need frame advantage for charged fireball. And I think just having the drive gauge advantage mattered a whole lot in that matchup. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Seeing CPT World Warrior East, where like I want to use the word devolution. That's a really loaded term, but like for it to become my as the answer to my, like that makes me feel some kind of way. I have to assume that somebody somewhere has an answer for what my, or more specifically, what Space Boy's my brings to the table. Like I have to assume there's an answer to it that is not just meet it with my, but like right this second, it feels like for a lot of people, they're just trying to meet that intensity. Azan and Adrian.
Oh, that is a huge match right now. Both players trying to get into that top 8 on the cusp of qualification. Ooh, Adrian with the Ryu. That's my boy.
I don't love this matchup for Jamie. I mean, I feel like, so for Jamie, I feel like if the other character has a fireball, it's not a great matchup. Like, let's start there.
It's very hard to break dance through fireballs for Jamie. Hey, Adrian has the setups.
Oh! You said his dive kick was good.
Hey, it whiffed, and yeah, I guess that doesn't look good. But
that was iframes. That was iframes. Somebody grab this replay and check it for me, please.
Adrian was ready to show us what he thinks about Jamie's dive kick. First round goes to Ryu. Okay, kicking the shins, but it's blocked. Free flow strikes. Azan's stagger pressure is really impressive. Level 2. Attacking the drive gauge right now.
Yeah. So I think that's the thing for me is like I feel like Jamie is equipped to be a character that targets the drive gauge better than almost anybody else in the roster. With the way that like his level 4 drink recas work, the way that he can earn drive gauge back for getting drinks. You know, he's doing decently well here. Too far away off of the whiff donkey kick, sets up a spacing trap for Adrian. Has to go for the parries, and a life deficit once again. Fishing with standing roundhouse. We're not going to get anything for it.
Oh, what a walk-up throw. I respect that. Adrian working well right now. Collarbone breaker. You have to watch your collarbones, my friend. That overhead from Ryu since 1991. It's been going to work. Oh. Okay. As I'm pushing Adrian to the corner already. Backdash, holding the space.
So not only do fireballs make this hard, I feel like Ryu plays footsies at a range that can give Jamie problems. Like, I feel like Jamie needs you to be weak in a very specific range to be able to outplay you in footsies, and Ryu is not weak in that range. And so it ends up feeling really tough for Jamie. At level 4 already, however, in this round, finds the low. All right, level 4 Rekka, there's the extra damage, but clipped by the wake-up DP.
Hey, wake up arrow kick, denying the pressure. Azan takes this round. Shogeki. Yes, Hadouken right in his chest.
Ooh.
Okay, we're gonna let the free throw strike rock all the way through. Double solar plexus. The pressure catches the jump out with the back high kick. Whoa, baby. That was cute. Jump, ready for the anti-air. Hey,
right into level
instantly
3.
whiff
Right.
punish the Hashogeki. Gonna get an extension after this. We have the drive for it.
Oh, we're
going
targeting
for
the
that
drive gauge.
I respect
But that stuff.
that.
Oh, what a jab check! I love that choice. Waits it out. Oh, the anti-throw option. One game apiece.
Beautiful. Stunning. I like this. We have a match. Both players are trying to go to regionals. Okay, got 2 drinks. Whirlwind kick. It is blocked. Threatening button from Ryu. Okay, donkey kick. Swift punished. And we get a perfect parry into the juggle. Heavy Ashogeki. And slowly getting pushed towards the corner now. Okay.
Oh, another
whiffed
great
Ashogeki.
from Hashogi.
Jumping from a distance. Tension rising. Punish counter staying light kick. We get the Tatsumaki. Attacking the drive. The throw in the corner.
Good block on the
Collarbone
overhead.
breaker. Blocked. Solar plexus.
That's so
Plus
tough.
frames. Contained in the corner. Low drive on Jamie's side. Drive impacto.
So Azan jumped at a spot that's like, I think, a really reasonable reactionary choice. Your drive gauge is so low, you're in this neutral space, you're expecting a mid-range poke to target your drive gauge, so you're like, oh, I'll beat a standing medium kick or like a sweep or something. But Adrian's just been ready for it. And I think that's the thing, right? Like that willingness to engage past layer 1. Sometimes layer 1's really easy to get past. Sometimes layer 1 is really autonomic of a reaction. I think Azan is playing a little bit more autonomically, reactionarily, and Adrian's getting the better of that. 2 games to 1 here.
Yeah, that Ryu's working hard right now. Adrian with a clean round, back to back. Round start, turn green. And Azan wins this exchange.
Goes for a shimmy, not going to get it. Oh my god, in that spot, the standing short punish counter, that's kind of crazy, actually.
Focus high. Yeah, Jamie getting controlled in the corner right now. Oh, somersault throw. Ryu putting Jamie out of the corner. Punishing
I don't
the
think
target
Azan's going to
combo.
take this. There is there's an apprehension in the footsie's range where Adrian is whiffing buttons that ought to be whiff punishable, and Azan is not prepared to answer it. And the fact that we're seeing that here in game 4 is very telling to me. It feels like there's layers of this matchup that he's just not necessarily prepared for. That being said, towards Roundhouse into level 2 is able to close out this round here, earning Azan the first round in game 4, but now down 2 bars.
We hope that that round lead will help him. Oh, let's it all go there. Okay, Adrian with the heavy punch,
Okay.
the heavy half shogeki combo. The whiff punishes are in. Nice conversion off of the wheel kick.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was so clean.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dog, it is what is. This is Adrian's. With all the love in the world, sorry Azan. This is Adrian's game. I calls him like I sees him.
Set point. Oh, double palm into the projectiles. We got a Denjin ready. Jab, jab, jab. Taps through the corner. Arrow kick is blocked. All that meter. Shoryuken, but now Adrian in burnout. Can Azan make something happen?
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's not gonna
god.
Drinking on the job like that? While the electrician is trying to plug it in? That's not gonna happen, my friend. Oh, Adrian wins that clean. Azan defeated. And I believe this might be how his World Warrior run ends. Unfortunately. Is Ryu the answer to Jamie?
Alright. Let's keep it a buck. There's a lot of answers to Jamie. Jamie is a multiple choice question and there's only one wrong answer. And I'm not positive what the answer is. You'd have to convince me that one of the answers to Jamie is a wrong answer. And I say this as somebody that wants for Jamie to be good. But if you got a fireball, you're the right answer. But fireballs notwithstanding, I think Adrian really demonstrated a capability in the mid range against Jamie. Somebody said in chat, the answer is F it, we palm. You know what? You're not wrong. And that's part of why I don't play Jamie anymore, is that YOLO mentality is not something that agrees with me. But I do think there's some percentage of Jamie that ultimately lands with, well, you have to keep him honest by using palm where it's safe. Yeah, so with that placement, Azan earns 7th, which is 20 points, which is,
Okay.
depending on your scoring rubric, either a 5-point improvement up to 65, which between Blue, Shine, and Kami will not be enough. So if it's the top 3 games, it won't be enough because Kami's also guaranteed 7th.
Yeah.
If Kami wins their game, it doesn't matter. If Kami doesn't win, then it will matter. But if it is the top 3 games, Azan spread goes to 20, 20, 20. Oh no, I think Kami's safe either way. Never mind.
Okay, you might be safe, right? Yeah. He has that
Because
lead.
Kami's worst is Kami's got 40-22. So either Kami gets 20 points for making 7th or 25 for making 5th, or it only replaces the other one, but he still gets a better score. So I think somebody smarter than me, please do or don't quote me on this. I think that clinches that Azan is not going to make it.
So Adrian is still fighting. In the previous ranking, he was only 9 points behind Kami. So if he can get 10 over Kami in this event, should be in. Up next, speak of the devil, Kami versus Shine and his $3 haircut. Let's see how it goes. Drive rush Kikoku. Akuma bringing the pain to Kimberly already. Drive reversal.
Okay.
And they've played
forward
each other
throws
so often in the past.
No anti-air, but a nice whiff punish after the interaction.
Yeah.
Shine's ground game is just so good. Just full stop. That's a complete thought.
stellar. Okay, side switch. Put Kimmy in the corner. And Kimberly's gonna walk out.
Oh,
Huge
my
jump in.
God.
That was huge.
Watch the run back. Shine jumped before the fireball.
Anti-air with the OD. That was beautiful. That move has been buffed recently.
Nice perfect parry. Can somebody give me a counter of the number of fireballs that Shine doesn't perfect parry? Because it's going to be a smaller number.
It's pretty good. Alright. Hitting that fierce.
Okay.
Cammy with less than 2 bars of drive right now. But Shine is being patient. Jump in, anti-air by Cammy. That is a Street Fighter player. Counter hit with a drive rush overhead. Okay. OD fireball. And another throw. The OD fireball. Being +2 on block. Giving Akuma a true strike throw. Let's go. Pressure's on. Charging the fireball,
There's
getting
that.
those thrust plus ring.
Yeah, that's that variable fireball timing again from Kami, which like among Akuma players, Kami's one of the best, I think, at really changing up that timing. Cashing out the level 3, Shine not going to be in burnout, but having a drive gauge advantage here is monumental. Pressing the issue, I love going for a frame trap there. I'm sorry, going for a tick throw is what I meant to say. And finds the answer with a jab check, closing that out. First game on the board for Kami.
Abare denying the run pressure with the jab there. Beautiful. Kami taking the lead. Okay, but Shine fighting out of the corner. We're gonna get the side switch. Those Bushin techniques. Pass down.
Oh!
Generations.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh. OD. Spin a bit. Put some cans down. And look at that drive. Yes, Kami parrying.
Knockdown. Oh, okay. Kami
Another
bets
OD
on
showing
another ODDP on Wake Up. Drive gauge disadvantage, life and super meter disadvantage, but Akuma has good damage, so this is still super doable. Throwing out that fireball evens up the life a fair bit. Perfect parry frame trap works out for Shine, secures a round for himself.
What a reset with the drive rush overhead. Beautiful. You want to talk about characters that attack your drive gauge. When Kimberly puts you in the corner with the cans, you got to be careful. Alright, with the charge fireball again.
Timing, catching out Shine.
Oh!
That was
drive
crazy.
Rush
That was sick.
to Adamant Flame to bait the button, but Shine didn't push anything there. Kikoku. Forward heavy punch. Kami finding his footing.
Oh.
On block.
Oh.
I'm not sure what happened there.
You know what?
Was that intentional?
I was ready for the silver lining of at least he'll cash out some super. I didn't even get that. That's just a net negative interaction for Shine altogether on that mistake. That feels real badman.jpg.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess maybe it was just a run that got cancelled, a buffer into Bushin Bits level 1. Okay, big damage.
And
OD.
good block.
It's gonna be the game. Level 3. Into the
Right,
cipher.
one of them a piece. This is real tumultuous. Like this matchup right now, player and character wise, it's feeling like neither one of them is able to get like a real firm, secure grasp on the neutral or the pace. It's very back and forth between the two of them.
All right. Okay, we're gonna sprint.
Oh,
Unchecked.
Shine's so good at placing the slide under fireballs.
Mm-hmm. Getting the conversions when it counts. Oh, big pressure.
Mm.
Kami's drive is healthy though. I'm gonna go to drive rush, back throw. Drive rush adamant flame again, but Shine does not push a button. Controlling into the corner.
Oh! That felt like a crazy spot to go for an OD fireball, actually. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I was about to say how smart that jump was, but as soon as I wanted to say it, I was like, no, that fireball was actually like a really gutsy fireball decision. First round goes to Shine. You know those matchups that teach you something about neutral? I like
You're
like
learning.
I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, where you watch somebody play and you're like, wow, this just taught me something. Like, that's what I'm experiencing right now.
Look at that damage. Safe jump.
Perfect parry, huge but too deep to get anything for it.
Mutual respect on the parry safe jump there.
Oh, love the up back there. That's an interesting choice.
Yeah, we're gonna keep that.
Shine doesn't want to cash out yet. Yeah, because you could live through one more throw. Clipped by just a naked overhead.
That's right, the Skull Splitter. Official name.
I don't even. If it's not the official name, it might as well as be, because my skull is split. Goes for the teleport for the Oki. Cashes out the level 2 because we want more damage. More Oki. What's it gonna be? Knockdown, meaty fireball pressure to blow up a possible level 1. I don't think a throw kills here. Is that a bait? Yes, it is indeed.
Baited.
Kami takes the lead 2-1 over Shine.
Yeah. Try to bet it all on the wake up level 3, but Kami was in control mode. Ready to block and work on that life lead. Demon Raid and gets hit with the guillotine. Oh boy, into the corner. Oh yeah, them in the flame. Big meaty counter hit. We're gonna dash in, getting the plus flames with the flip kick. Huge hits there. Okay, get the cans down and the shimmy. Everything worked there in that last sequence for Shine. Blocked.
His turn. Back throw. Oh, that was a hungry
Checking.
overhead. I love that choice to check by Shine.
Shine was not sleeping on that one. Okay, Kami. Oh, baby! Jumped onto the fireball. Not gonna hit. Nope.
Oof. Oh man, Kami's gonna be in burnout after this too. This is like maybe the best place to do a level 3, because either you win right now or you get crazy uptime. So you just win right now and we go to game 5.
Yep.
Shine
Especially
just
since
like
Kami
fully
had no
interrupting
meter.
my thought. Like, I'm a loquacious dude. I got some long thoughts. Every now and again, these players are just like, I don't give a shit what you have to say, Brad. We're gonna move on to the next round. Game 5.
Loquacious. Hitting people.
I got
with a
SAT
Scrabble
words.
word.
You guys, do you guys have what's your equivalent of SATs in Canada?
We just, track people properly and make sure that they go with their proper
That's
skills.
valid. There was a lot of malice in that, but you right.
We have some of the best universities as well. Okay,
All right,
but
I live
Kami
in
there,
Massachusetts.
bringing
So
Shine to
don't come at
school.
me about good schools. I'm
Yeah,
in one of the
fair
rare
enough.
places that can argue with you about this. Kami on set point right now, looking to go and play against Blue in losers quarters and send Shine out, leaving Shine with as I check. Yeah, Shine's score is guaranteed to improve. The question is how much.
See how he clipped that jump with the back high kick? Now Shine is suffering for it. All that sequence. Well, trade. Shine pushed the button first.
Oh, you're dead,
Counter
yeah?
hit, crouching medium punch. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Professional.
We had damage to spare. 7th place finish for Shine only earns 20 points. Brings them to either 85 or 65, depending on your scoring rubric. I know there's some people in chat said one thing versus another. There's been some internal debate. But in either case, it is not a huge enough improvement for Shine that I don't believe it makes him safe. So especially given that Kami, only 3 points removed from him in the total leaderboard,
Right.
is the one to take the dub. This is a big shakeup. And moving on to play against Blue at 85.6th seed. Uh, are we jumping in? Okay, we're jumping over to the bracket. I was about to be shook that we were going to jump into the next game immediately. Punk and Knuckle Do in our winners finals. Adrian NY
Woo!
versus Spaceboy and Kami versus Blue as our losers quarters. Adrian, the only player in this top 8 currently not already sitting in the regional finals. So there's still room for our regional final top 8 to be shook up, and a lot has to do with how Adrian makes this run going through for this evening. Punk and Do, I mean, at this point, a lot of these players are playing for seeding, but seeding matters. Seeding matters a
It
whole lot.
absolutely matters. Oh man, I'm so excited to see what's going to transpire in these next few games. There's a lot at stake, for each of these matches. Um, Adrian NY will be facing Spaceboy, the Ryu versus Mai matchup. I wonder how that's going to go. I'm sure he's ready, right? If you're playing and you're in top 8, you fought a few Mai's in ranked, right? You know what's going to happen. But is he
Look,
ready
man,
for Spaceboy, though?
Look, man, I don't get to do a lot of these anymore, but if there's one thing I've noticed is that particularly Space Boys My, people just don't have an answer for it. And I'm sitting here like, well, maybe you can just OD Fireball when she OD Fireballs and then like you get a knockdown. But even then, I'm like, I'm not positive how the interaction goes. I'm super curious where it'll ultimately end up. We do get to watch this. Adrian and Spaceboy is, in fact, going to be our next match. I have to assume followed by Blue and Kami because we want to maximize the tension before we know who is sitting up in the winner side of grand finals. I mean, that's a far less interesting question than who's sitting in loser semifinals. And we're all here looking for the most dramatic read of tonight's events humanly possible. I'm sure you, like I, are a real student of pacing and screenwriting. I don't know. That got away from me at the end there. It's not important. Spaceboy and Adrian is going to be our next match, though. Reggie, what do you think is going to happen?
I think that Adrian is going to do some magic right now. I
You
think
think so?
that he was pretty hot in the last set. I think that it's possible for him to make something happen. I believe in the dream.
So
Also, I'm
I'm gonna
kind
keep
of
it.
like a Ryu fanboy, so I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I
Say so.
want you to be right because this my supremacy makes me feel a little bit not stellar about like
Right?
where the strength of this game is going. And I say that as a Space Boy fan. Like I want you to be right because I want somebody to show me that there's an answer to Space Boy's mind. Uh
Well,
I'm not sure that I expect to see one though, is the problem.
99
Like I
second
want you
jump,
to be right.
okay?
I don't know that you're gonna.
99-second jump. How can you root against that? Adrian going to
That's a
work.
certain kind of energy, man.
Okay, Kachosen. Spaceboy keeping Ryu into the corner. OD Shoryuken and it hits. That's a good sign. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, that looked hard. That looked difficult.
Right? I'm not BSing you. Shoutouts to self-censorship. Yo, we have a swear jar in my house now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah? Are you gonna buy a PlayStation 5 soon?
No, the money goes to my son's college fund. So it's not even
Oh, there you
fun.
go.
It's productive, but it's not fun. Oh, too far away for the Hoshogi, but it sets up a spacing trap? Okay, I see you, Adrian.
Oh, held the parry. And Spacebar lands the grab. Another throw. Full control right now. Overhead, that hits. Ready for the drive impact with the parry. Adrian fights back. Hashogeki, but no cancel to level 3 to stay alive. Spacebar throwing all that drive. See if something sticks there.
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I did something mildly managerial in another tab, and I looked back, and Spaceboy had won a round. It's just that is the pace that my in Spaceboy's hand plays at. Like, don't you dare look away from the tab the game capture is coming from, and that could be tough. Oh my goodness, Adrian, please.
Oh boy. Don't let Mai run away with this. Who are you? Okay, counter hit jab, no conversion.
Ooh.
Crushing in kick, drive rush went in the block, in the guard. Hashogeki whiffs, and now we get a hit. Sure you can. Adrian staying close to Spaceboy, not letting her throw projectiles too much. Is that a way to defeat the Shiranui arts? Ryuenbu. Cooking the air. Collarbone breaker, it is blocked.
Okay, Spaceboy, I see you.
The overhead. You got an overhead? I have an overhead. Hot. That's hot. And there goes your drive.
Oh!
Level 3, it hits. How's the
That's
health?
so lucky. I want to give you credit, but that's mad lucky.
We take those.
You still
Luck
might
is
lose.
a skill. Luck is a skill. Oh, destroying the projectile.
No, you were late. That's 1,000,000,000% what Spaceboy wanted to do there. That was jump into dive to kill on ship. I will bet you any amount of money, but he was late on the jump.
That was godlike play by Spaceboy. I respect the attempt. Ryuenbu. Satsushinobudashi to the corner. Adrian, look at that drive, so low already. And Spaceboy is gonna harass that drive gauge. Adrian trying to fight back.
Adrian.
Projectile.
Okay.
Oh, it was 2+. Can he get the win? Can he tie it up? It's a close match right now. Hashogeki heavy version. And the drive, but Spaceboy cashes it out. Cho Hisatsu Shinobibachi. Great job. Great composure by Spaceboy. I cannot take it away from him.
Won't somebody rid me of this Spaceboy, Mai? Like, this is something, man. I need to see somebody show me a learned answer. Because it just feels, the people that beat him, it feels scrambly. And I want so badly to believe that there's a methodical answer here. Nice perfect parry from Adrian.
Level 1 hits. Oh wow, the enhanced projectile bursting through the Hadoukens. Yeah, look at him go, look at him go.
Oh, what a good DP.
Good thing that was a Denshin Hadouken to deny the OD Kachosen. Oh, word? Oh, that was a trade combo.
Trade?
That was sick. Alright, Spaceboy. Not backing away. Bringing the fight. Kagero no Mai, we're gonna get those stocks. The shimmy? Lucky for Adrian. Spaceboy was not ready for it. Another throw. Going in. Dash. Pressure with the jabs. Great tech.
Oh my god. Dude, he still has one more empowered fan. This is so traumatizing. One more touch will do it. Good parry on the DI. Drive reversal from Spaceboy just to keep the corner control, and then a naked overhead sets Spaceboy up on set point.
Not letting go. Spaceboy trying to get that win.
He
Shine
really gotta
is
pick up
cheering
that.
for
That
Spaceboy
hurts my
right now.
soul.
Shine is cheering for Spaceboy as hard as he can right now. Anti-air, kept in the corner. Another throw. Fighting for your life right now. Will something happen? This is looking grim. Holding on to that parry. Whipping, crushing knee kick. Hadouken. Gets another Denjin. Drive rush by Space Boy, and he meets a Denjin OD Hadouken. Going in.
Ooh.
The DI,
Oh,
but doesn't
you're
have enough
dead!
health. You are dead. You had the reaction with the DI, but it was not enough. You were right. You were right, Brad. That Mai is a problem. What can I say? I was cheering for my boy Rue, but
All right, look, man. There's a point, and it hurts me when it happens, but there's a point where my brain turns off because I'm like, this is done. Everything that happens from like N to end is like a formality. And I think for that set, it was like game one. It pains me to say it because I always, as a commentator, right, like I want to tell the story. I want to be like, hey, there's always a chance. But sometimes you just look and you see that somebody just plainly doesn't have an answer for what's going on. And you're like, yeah, man, it is what it is. It might be 3-0, it might be 3-2, but like I see this going a certain way. And nothing makes me happier than to be wrong. But in that set, I wasn't. Um, Adrian clinches that out with a 5th place finish. So as I double check, 5th place gets them 25 points, which ought to put them at, I think, 65 points for, if we're going on the top 3 rubric. I see there's more contemplation in chat. So just so y'all know, we did have some internal debate beforehand because it was addressed of whether there's like just the 3 versus all together. There's some contention. It ultimately only, it's both going to matter a lot in how the scores go, but it doesn't matter in the sense that like these bottom 2 or 3 placements were in contention no matter what. But all of that said, like a lot of this is going to be really interesting numerically for Adrian, and it's going to have to do a lot with Shine already out and with Kami playing to make top 4 here. There's a lot of room here with Shine's total. Oh, Jesus, we're jumping right in. I didn't even get to finish my thought.
Running start. Blue versus Kami.
Yo, that's fine. Games are more important than math. Math is for nerds. I'm a nerd. I know this, but math is for nerds.
Stop counting. Start spelling
Kami
W's.
and Blue.
Oh, this is going to be a good match.
I think this is going to be a slugfest. Yeah. I think both these players and these characters really do well at maximizing opportunity off of, oh, you played 4, but I have 5. Right? Like, there's a great example. Blue chose to DP in that spot, and Kami chose to maintain the tension and got a really good cash out for it. Very little drive gauge back on both players, though. The thing is, I feel like drive gauge is the currency by which you're allowed to choose to play more interactions. So a lot of this matchup, I feel, is going to come down to who uses drive gauge better.
What a conversion there by Kami. Fireball and the drive rush for a heavy punch. I was afraid for his drive gauge route the whole first round. Let's see how it goes in the second one. Okay. Drive rush overhead, that hits. Tatsumaki.
What did I say? Just like I literally called out that exact situation earlier tonight. And I was like, yo, that's an early fireball to set up a throw to beat parry. Thank you, Kami, for vindicating me retroactively. Shout out to Dashboard Confectual. I am selfish. I am wrong. I am right.
That was godlike. And there you go. Just like I said, drive rush into Adamant Flame to bait the button and get the punish counter. Everything is coming up like we said. It's beautiful. Hey, hey, hey. We're already down half a health bar. Okay, Kami taking that throw, the patience.
Oh my god, whoa. I can't believe that landed.
Yeah, the knee shot completely whiffed. Another throw in the corner. And the delay crouching jab to get the counter hit. Beautiful layers. That's a tasty onion.
Yeah. I think Kami's just playing faster right now. Like, they're both willing to play at, like, N layers of interaction, but Kami is responding faster in those interactions, and that's what it's feeling like right now. There's still plenty of room for Blue to change my mind. Okay, Tatsu is an anti-fireball choice that ends up working out. Oh!
Over the slide. Oh, hey. ODDP, we're not taking that pressure.
Oh my god! DR low short is crazy. Overhead, Kami's gonna be able to close this one out. Doesn't even need 3 bars. He's got more damage on deck, but it doesn't matter. 2 games to none. That DR low short was crazy brilliant.
Kami making Akuma look like he's supposed to look right now. That is a killer. Even though he never killed anyone.
I mean, he sure tried a bunch of times. It's not his fault that retcons have depowered him. He had fangs. We just found out they were fake 20 years later.
Oh, yeah.
Panic. Jab check. Are you dead off the level 1? Oh, we don't even need the level 1. Blue saves the bar.
Calculated. Good job for Blue. It's going to be useful in the future. Checks the drive rush. Oh. Hadouken 3. Oh baby, a triple.
We love a triple. Okay, deep jump in connects for Blue. Good. Empty throw. Ooh.
Oh.
Blue had time to think about his actions before he blocked that DP. That was crazy.
That's the Akuma life, baby.
He had ChatGPT edit his memoir first before he published it.
You know they have tools to figure out if it's AI now, right? Given that school presentation.
That's not right. You right. Oh! Okay. We don't get the pickup. So Blue ultimately ends the better of that, like, nested interaction. Still ends up with frame advantage. And, okay.
Wow.
Late dive kick works. Kami does a lot of late dive kick off of DP.
I've seen that today, actually. You're right.
No DP.
Start the anti-air. Oh, there's a DP for you. It was coming no matter what. Okay. Swinging those toes right now. Drive rush into Sobat. Slowly inching Kami towards the corner. Blue creeping.
Oh my god, did that catch the backdash?
I think that might have been a sway. That might have been just cool, right?
I have the Twitch broadcast in another tab, but it's not delayed enough for me to double check. Whatever it was, it clipped. This is set point for Kami to guarantee a top 4 finish.
Oh, you got the commentator tech with the instant replay. I see you.
You gotta leave it open in another tab. That's how you clip your stuff for the reel later. Oh my god, DP through the back roundhouse. We don't care about your plus frames. And having 3 bars available, like, you have a life and a drive gauge deficit here as Kami, but this is still so doable. What a perfect parry! There's no way you cash out here. You set up plus frames after. I like that choice from Kami.
Combo, and he checks pressure afterwards. Yeah, that was so clean. Just played faster. Had the tempo over Blue during that whole set, I would say. Akuma wins. Well done.
Great performance from Kami. So that clinches Blue at a 5th place finish for 25 points. So either 110 or a 10-point improvement up to 95, depending on your scoring rubric. Again, ultimately people will land on it. But I think at the very least, ultimately puts him above IDOM. So securely in our regional finals here is blue with that placement.
Congratulations.
Kami, I think, also securely in our regional finals with a better run than that. So Kami comes into this with a 40, 20, and 2-point spread. So this tournament run now for Kami with a guaranteed 4th place or better finish is already Kami's minimum 2nd best placement across World Warrior East with a minimum now
All
of
right.
30 points. So we're looking at either 92 or 90, whatever the spread ends up being. It's quite a bit better than they had so far. So also securely in there. It's between Shine, who unfortunately ended up today at 7th, and Idom, who ended
Right.
up today at 9th, who it's a lot has to do with, I think, where Adrian okay. Adrian is on both already out. So I think those way smarter than me should be able to compensate who our top 8 ultimately ends up being. Because with our 4 players left, Spaceboy, Blue, Punk, and Knuckledew, all of them were already pretty securely in our top 8.
Right.
So those final 3 to 4 spots that were in flux now settled. I'm not a mathematician. Somebody else is going to do that
Someone's
math.
gonna
We've
do it.
landed on it. What's at play left is seeding. Seeding matters a whole lot.
Right. I don't think I want to be eighth and face a potential
Oh,
punk
goodness.
or boost, you know? But here we go, winners finals. Right away, and look at this, we have Sagat, the king.
I'm hearing
versus
like some 8-bit music. Is this like Sagat's classic theme happening right now or something?
Oh, that's his.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
Street Fighter 6
sound
theme,
right, is
actually.
the other thing, because it doesn't sound like Sagat theme.
Yeah, there's the singers. You got the voices. Oh, Punk finding out of the corner. We love to see the new characters. I guess that must mean something if he picks it against Mai, right?
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you right now. Punk in winners finals on a tournament that's not ultimately gonna affect whether or not he's in the money. I'm not thinking that hard about who he picks if they have a pink costume. I would love to think that Punk picked Sagat because he thinks Sagat has some answer to Mai. I don't expect that that's going to be the case.
Hey, he's
There's
one
a
of the best
non-zero.
players in the world.
Somebody go to Punk's chat. Punk either random selected or like asked chat who he should play today. There's a YouTube thumbnail at play happening right now.
I love what I'm seeing personally. Knuckledu's trying to close it. Oh, but Punk gets the hit into drive rush cancel. Gonna take 1 meter to close that round. Sagat. How much of a threat is he against the Shiranui arts?
Was Sagat one of the characters who was crazy busted in CVS 2? Or am I like...
Yes, absolutely.
Alright, word, because
Yes.
I don't think Mai's been good in like many SNK titles for a while, it feels like. So we're gonna land on historically this was good for Sagat. Okay, big knockdown. Oh, we don't have a DP there, no crosscut.
That's a tall boy. Okay, Knuckle ready with the anti-air. Now we're attacking that drive. But Punk fighting out.
Ooh.
Oh my god! Oh, that was so
Hit him with the
clean.
clinch. Oh, target that drive
landed.
feed. Goodbye. Enjoy some burnout.
I'm still shook by that whiff punish standing high kick. And Du is trying to get his drive back. Oh, it's getting tricky. Oh, that was so fast. That was a cannon. That was a
Punk's
shot.
just a damn good player, man.
You don't say.
It just is
He
what
can
it
do
is.
whatever he wants.
Yo, unpopular opinion. Punk is a good player. Changed my mind. .jpg.
Just good. Just good? How dare
Oh,
you?
yo, that's actually okay. You got me. You got me.
All right, 1-0 Punk here. Every week we see these two players go at it. Always a treat. Punish counter with the forward roundhouse. We're in the middle of the stage right now. Pow Pow Cafe. Do not disturb the guests.
Waiting it out. Oh, I feel like Punk is a little bit hesitant to throw fireballs, which I think is like very telling for Mai. Like, it's weird that Mai's fireballs just raw lose to other fireballs, and yet you still feel like you need to respect her so much. Okay, good OD Tiger upper.
That is an answer if you want to challenge the pressure from Mai. Level 2, and that will be enough. If you can secure the round, spend it. First one goes to Knuckle Goo. Already Sagat in the corner. Oh, the whiff punishing. Fighting out of the corner. Slowly but surely. Drive rush. Kick the shins. You see how he's harassing in the mid-range there with his pokes.
Ooh. Nice pickup.
He's
Oh,
in
that was a
control
hungry
right now.
overhead, a little bit too much. Plus frame sweep trade works out there for Do. Mmm.
Air to air. Okay. And he's gonna put
Ooh.
it back in the corner. But the challenge finds its target. Tying it up. Will Punk take the lead in this set?
Okay, a little bit late on a whiff punish there. It's interesting, right? Like, there's spots where I feel like Punk should be able to whiff punish, but Punk picks random characters so often that I'm like, oh, maybe there's that bit of hesitation because the muscle memory of what depress isn't there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That being said,
Oh,
he is finding his
no.
mark by spinning heavy punch. ODDP is blocked.
That does not
Yep. You know what? I didn't calculate that he was going to die, but I should have known better. Uppercut. Mai with those stocks can deal so much damage up to that level 2, getting that juggle into DP. Okay. That elbow.
Ooh, nice spacing
Again.
trap. So the target combo after
it's
for
the
the
second
knockdown
time.
keeps this corner control.
Second time that dude tried to whiff punish that heavy punch, and he missed and got whiff punished himself. Uppercut. That is Punk you're jumping on. ADDP is blocked. Precise. Muay Thai artist.
Oh, we find the uppercut. Nice. Okay. I'm not positive that
spacing
knee
is
was
off,
plus, but we had respect for it anyway, so it's fine.
Alright, the target combo. The crouching light kick did not link into the projectile. But we get the buff. Punk is in the corner. Harassing. Wow, that was cheeky. Trying to push on his minus frames there after the back high kick from Mai. Healthy lead. Okay.
What do you think about Sagat only having one low tiger in this title?
A lot of people have complained about this. Well, you know, it's Street Fighter 6. We're gonna assume that the rest of the character is solid enough. He's not a bad character per se. He has a lot of strengths.
No, I agree with that, but I feel like in this moment, I'm very much feeling the fact that you only have one speed of low fireball. It feels like a Sagat who has more than one speed of low fireball has far more options in this matchup. And something about these players right now is really making me aware of it.
Oh boy. Again, Knuckle Do unable to look punished there. He gets punished. Uppercut. We're gonna save it for the next exchange.
Ooh, no.
Wow.
Okay, we don't get anything for it. Burnout on both sides. It's fine if you block a drive reversal and burnout. Backdash level 2?
Wow.
Jump in,
Such
no clip by
awareness.
the fireball. You might actually
Uh-oh.
just be dead. Jump in, connects. Knuckle Dude takes the lead 2-1 over Punk off of some weird burnout chip shenanigans.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. What a backdash to level 2 by Knuckle Dude there. Took the lead off of that exchange. And Punk is back against the wall in the burnout. Now we are in game 4. Knuckle Dude creeping forward. Punk gets shimmy. Anti-air. Knuckle Dude is ready. Uh-oh.
Nah, I agree with you,
Rare
Punk. That felt like
target
it should have
combo
worked.
block.
That definitely felt like it should have worked.
Yeah. Gotta hit confirm that. It happens. Punk will be on point with 99.3% of his hit confirms. But not this time. We saw the
0.7 matters, apparently.
That's right. Oh, too far to get the conversion with the crushing medium punch. Knuckle Dude will get his stocks. Dash. Back.
Oh my god!
Oh, that leg. A jumping roundhouse.
That reach was crazy. That reach was like a flat earther. That was insane.
Okay, a bit of patience on both sides. Punk lands the hit. Drive rush cancel. The full juggle to DP.
This is still set point for Dew to go into Winterside Grands. Plenty of bar as well. I need somebody to show me the answer to Mai, man. Because if Dew switches to Mai and like now we're seeing more people struggle with it, that's gonna hurt my soul just a little bit.
Tiger. Alright, and now
Out,
we're in the
spacing
footsie
trap.
range.
Okay. Nice from Punk, doing a really good job of checking Dew for trying to claim like Dew is surrendering space and then trying to claim it back, and Punk is doing a really good job of enforcing his will on newly claimed space, if that makes sense. Nice jump out. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go for that drive. There we have it. Knuckle Dude in trouble.
Emperor has spoken. He's had
Uppercut.
2 games apiece. Hear my decree.
You will not get out of the corner without paying that tax. You
That
will get
windscreen goes
uppercutted.
so hard.
We call him the king for a reason.
Is there a Street Fighter character that goes harder than Sagat? I don't think there is.
Probably debatable. But Sagat is no nonsense. And that's what I like about him.
I agree with that.
All right.
Although, so I've been waiting to make this remark, but like I kind of hate this pink costume for Sagat because he's got that gray sallow skin, and I keep thinking he's in Burnout because my man needs some vitamin D in this
Looking a little
particular
ashy.
color.
I see. Alright. 2-2 in this set. We get the buffs. Punk in the corner. Knuckle Dude chipping at that drive gauge. The parry attempt is thrown. Burnt out.
Oh, that's goodbye. Say hello. Say goodbye to your health bar. We're about to get a level 1. See if so. Here's what's real messed up. If you blocked that, we were block stringing into level 1, and you might have just been dead anyway.
Yep. And with the projectile on screen, you can't level 1 yourself.
Oh, what a trade combo from Punk.
Decent damage as well. Backdash, punish counter. Excellent choice. Instead of going for the throw, he's gonna get that buff. Also, that jab being faster than the throw, naturally. Quickest option. Hey, denying the pressure. OD uppercut. Uh-oh. Yep. Do you undo pressure? That's gonna be on block. My drive rushing back in, but the combo drops. Let's see how this
Jesus.
goes.
That's so much plus frames. This feels like it's done, son, for Punk. 2 bars available. Okay.
Now he could chip, maybe.
Oh, smart up back.
Fireball,
Smart up back again.
Ducking.
If Du gets out of burnout, this feels clinched. Okay, you can't.
Look at the drive.
You can't crouch block the level 1.
Look at the drive. It was so close. Pixel perfect chip.
You get a pick up there? That's insane.
Kagero no Mai. And the throw. This is the final round. Another throw. Mai going in. The shimmy does not bite. Hold up.
Oh no.
Uppercut. To the corner. Going low. Knuckle do healthy right now. He has a lead. He has a level 2. He has the stocks. But he finds the neutral jump over the step kick. The step low kick from Sagat. And moving into Grands. Knuckle do Shopify Rebellion goes through. I'm sorry, Brad. You seem to be in thought right now. Again, you don't have the answers, do you?
Look, man, I wear my heart on my sleeve. And Du on Mai makes me feel some kind of way. And I don't know how to feel about it. It is what it is. Somebody please show me an answer to Mai before whatever patch we get going into year 4. I would love to think that somebody has an answer for this character. I'm sure somebody does. You know, I think Punk played that really nicely. I think there's when Punk and Du play, right? Like they tend to play at a level. It does happen very often, and that's the thing, right? Is like between their player familiarity and their just player ability, both being like 99.99% tier players, like every little bit matters. So Punk being on a character that maybe he's not 1,000,000,000% familiar with does matter. And that's how you see things like going for a target combo confirm in a spot that doesn't necessarily matter. Or rather, ought not work. And those add up a lot. We'll see if it matters if they get to play in Grands against Space Boy and Blue playing in our 4th place match right now. Space Boy firmly in our regional finals. I'm sorry, not Blue, Kami. Kami also, I think with this placement, Kami is very firmly
in. Yeah. Kami is fighting for more points, just for the fun of it.
We want the seed, we want the Maturino money. There's plenty to want.
True, the Maturino. Support if you can. Hopefully all those codes are redeemed. And right now Kami is trying to show us that he has the answer to Mai. Uh-oh.
He's a little bit lacking on health to make me feel that he does have that answer, though, unfortunately.
Yeah? You think he could use 1,000 health more?
I didn't say that.
Okay, just checking.
Let's make it real clear. The problem in this is not Akuma's health, it's Mai's Mai.
Oh, right into the OD control center. Pressure. And that round went by so fast. 20 seconds have passed. And Kami
did, and Space Boy still has enough drive gauge for at least one more drive rush. Oh, is that gonna work? Level 3 through the level 1. That's massive. Here's the problem. I'm not positive it's gonna do enough. Space Boy still not in burnout. What's the interaction gonna be? Wakes up with parry, earns himself enough drive gauge to get to parry. So Kami doesn't get as much out of that interaction as he might have wanted otherwise, and he dies for it. Game to Space Boy. I appreciate what you went for, my guy, but Oh, you bet it all on
What an
black, and like it
exchange.
came up, but you still needed to win the next hand.
What an
That's a
exchange.
mixed metaphor.
Got a bit of poker in there.
That was
Okay.
roulette and poker. Like, you know, sometimes you just lose a lot of money at the casino.
All right. Stay in the corner, says Space Boy. Challenging on the press frames.
You're dead with. Oh, I think you would have been dead with
Not
level
yet.
1. That hurts.
That is
Getting hit
so
by overhead
crazy.
there really hurts.
Space Boy with all the right reads right now. 1-2 going in, pressure. Cammy with the parry. Gotta protect your drive cage. Putrid. Whoa. I did not expect that. Swinging on both sides. Excuse me? Yeah, all of that. Okay, Space Boy has the lead on the drive regen. Cammy does not have a meter right now. OD Fireball, of course. And now we're going close. Can Cammy regain his drive before the end? Not even necessary.
No, my force is the
Calculated.
issue. Like, I wanted to make like topical references. I'm not gonna. Myra's really good at forcing the issue. Um,
Mm.
I don't know that Kami has another character.
Are we gonna see a Luke come back? No, he's probably thinking, right?
Oh, he did have a Kami. Luke. I'm sorry. You're right.
I mean, maybe I don't even know what to say. At this point, any character would be a good character. As long as you have faith and courage and you're going in it, believing in your pick. And I think Cammy's Luke can make it happen. He's really good with him. But the Akuma is what we've been seeing lately, right? And Cammy's
I
been
think.
on the grind. He's been in Japan lately. Yeah, locking in the Akuma. Just
Okay.
needed a moment
Like,
to think
any
about it.
character's a good character, provided that you hit Fierce in the exact right gap and then actually kill them for
Exactly.
leaving a gap. But, like, Mai does such a good job of being like, oh no, you gave me 3 frames, so now I'm gonna turn that into, like, 7 consecutive turns.
Here we go. Mm-hmm. Gonna go in. Space Boy not afraid after the break. DP on the first occasion. Okay. Alright, no delay there from Cammy. Got blown up a bit in the last games for going for the delay. Maybe he's gonna try to keep things a little bit tighter. Punishes the target combo. That is unsafe. Demon Raid into throw. The Skull Splitter is denied. And that's gonna be the round. Cho Hisatsu Shinobi Bachi. Working hard, Space Boy, set point. Working on a 3-0. Okay. Denying the Demon Air Raid. Going low. Good confirm there. Even with the counter hit into the corner, plus frames. But Space Boy pushes a button, denying Cammy the opportunity to push on. Blocking the level 3. Space Boy tagging on a bit more damage. Drive rush throw on the parry, and it is enough to kill Akuma. Holy mackerel. She's hot.
I.
She's hot.
You know
Hot,
what?
hot.
Yeah, I was gonna be like I was gonna do my whole like, oh, I don't know what the answer is. Nah, screw it. Yeah, you right. Ran away with it, and Space Boy's hella nice. And you know what? I've been a Space Boy fan for a long time. I think Space Boy's a really good player. I think Space Boy in particular is a really strong player when there's a certain style and like a certain range that is really powerful. And I think my at this moment in this title really empowers that in a way that in Space Boy's hands is just so strong. Oh my goodness, we are just trying to get through this top 3 as quick as humanly possible. So we interrupt your regularly scheduled Street Fighter 6 for some SNK as Punk picks Terry for our losers finals match of Punk versus Spaceboy. Terry versus Mai.
Yeah, I've seen Terry in Punk's hand doing a lot of work. We have the return. What is this? Is this King of Fighters? On block.
I think Terry makes sense for Punk, right? Because Punk does a really good job at maximizing every opportunity off of a spacing trap. And I think Terry is a character who's designed with like this really narrow band of optimal play. And in that band, he does a very good job of setting up and maximizing spacing traps. So like, as Punk, if I'm playing against a character where that band of space is effective, I think Terry's a perfectly reasonable choice.
His pressure is stellar right now. Every read is a good one.
Why is this character so cool?
There's no answer to that.
Why is Terry the coolest character in every fighting game he's ever been in?
He is so cool. Like, he rides motorcycles, doing wheelies, slapping fools.
Back. Yeah, just parries the fireball. We don't care. Jab check once there's minus frames. We don't care. Nice whiff punish with the standing roundhouse. We get a pickup. Full target combo and a plus frames. And oh no, we did go for the throw, I think, there.
Yeah, the level 1 hits. Finally, Spacebar gets the buffs against Punk. Grabs the parry. That's 1 drive gauge of damage. And our Punk is burnt out in the corner against Mai. You don't want that to happen. Her turn.
Okay. I think there's another thing where, like, some of Terry's best wish punish buttons have misleadingly little recovery. Like, the amount of times Terry gets to whiff roundhouse and then whiff punish you for trying to whiff punish him is insane. Like, there's so much outplay potential.
Round away.
How much are you gonna spend? Are you okay? We're just checking?
Reversal? Uh-oh. Well, now she's burned out.
Yeah, that's
Good luck. Good luck beating that burn knuckle. Alright, we got a throw.
Okay.
Good. Oh, baited. Monk with the patience. Another bit of a player knowledge there.
Yeah, I mean, player knowledge plays a big factor at this high of a level. Spaceboy drive gauge deficit gets away with the DP off of that fireball trap. Punk back in the corner, 3 bars, getting throw looped for his life. Okay, back throw, huge.
Throw, he's still
You have
alive.
one more throw in you. I feel like he
kick.
let go of block there in that moment. I don't know that he hit a button. I think that was the spot where, like, he let go of block and tried to walk forward and claim an inch of space.
And it is 1-1. Spaceboy keeping it competitive. Uh-oh, the shoulder tackle is blocked. Now you're in the corner, Terry. Stay there.
Ooh.
Another throw.
My God. What's
Oh, the
crazy
awareness.
to me is that Mai doesn't have to care to optimize around some of these, like, jab reset situations. Like, she lands in them, and it's like, oh, you know what? That's acceptable. Okay.
Okay, got a
Little
medium
short,
kick,
nothing
but no
for it.
follow-up.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you were right. Low forward. Sorry.
Uh-oh. Hey. Rising tackle, gonna take that pressure. Tick throw. Spaceboy takes it. Another parry attempt. Not perfect. Another throw. 3rd time's a charm. And the back
Ooh,
dash.
okay.
Alright. Side switch. Get something going. Going low.
Oh my goodness, another throw.
Overhead is
Good
blocked.
block on the overhead.
Another one. It does not pass. Punk's defense on point right now. Hey, Space Boy is chasing.
Plus
Ooh,
frames.
power
Oh,
load.
too many plus frames. The throw doesn't connect. All right, now Punk and Burnout. This is potentially massive. You can force the issue. Oh no! That's
Buster
crazy.
Wolf.
Goes for the Buster Wolf to try to kill. Gets clipped, falling down. 2-1 for Space Boy. Punk thought he had it.
I respect it, but
Oh
that ain't
my
Cammy.
god.
That ain't Cammy. Not Super Buster Wolf. I think it has like 8 frames of invincibility. And it definitely was vulnerable when he got hit there. But I gotta respect the attempt, though. I gotta respect the attempt. Alright. Solid round right after.
Yeah, that was pure Punk. That was just frame traps and RPS. Which isn't to minimize it. It's just that's a game Punk plays really well. He just was in the driver's seat and he stayed there.
That boy good. That boy good.
No, unpopular opinion. Punk's good. Don't at me. Changed my mind.
Get a bit of the full range there. The projectiles. No. Huge. To the corner.
I like that.
We're gonna spend it for the burnout. Dang. Oh no!
It didn't burn out. Are you kidding me?
Sure you can. Spacebar's gonna take those hits, or it's gonna spend it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I thought it was gonna.
I don't know if that was character knowledge or if that was just luck that it worked out that way. Because that's the kind of thing where, like, if Punk played Terry as his main, I'd be like, yo, he knew. But instead, I sit here wondering, did you just manage to get the better of an interaction where you did that in the DP whiffed? In either case, it works out.
Anti-air. Spacebar doing a good job of hanging in there. Who's gonna take it? Terry harassing that drive cage. Oh, early rising tackle, but that doesn't hit.
Yeah, I think there was an expectation for an earlier drive rush. I think that's part of the problem is, like, you need to make a decision of, like, are they going to DR to catch the first hit or the second hit? Overhead connects. We get the air throw to close it out, and Space Boy's on set point.
Great control there in the corner. Managed to hit the brakes just a little bit. Snipe that jump out. Try first jab to interrupt the momentum.
Oh my god, that worked?
You gotta test him. Manages to DI through a high kick. Jump in? Nah, not early enough.
Oh man.
All the hits.
Has Space Boy gone low off of naked DR a single time, or is it DR overhead every time? I feel like it's DR overhead every time. Are you going to get to a level 3 in this? You are. I think that's enough. Your health's already yellow. If not, this is nigh unlosable for Space Boy. It's not going to matter. Fully unlosable because it's already won, and Space Boy closes that out, beating Punk out, sending Punk out at 3rd place for tonight. Dew and Space Boy playing at our grand finals. 35 points. Punk's highest next one. Hold up. What week did Punk only get 13th? What happened there?
Oh yeah, there was a week where what happened that week? He lost to Flux Waves in winners, and then lost, I think, in that in losers. I forget to who, but yeah, it was one of those times where he went to losers early, and the losers run was not it.
All right, I guess one of these. Okay, well, in either case, I mean, Punk was already securely in our regional finals. Seeding is really the extent of what's at play here. Spaceboy already also firmly in, as well as Deuce. So at this point, these players are playing for seeding, but seeding, as we've said a couple of times, makes a monumental difference. And our grand finals, uh, if what we've seen so far this evening is to be believed, ought to be a my mirror of Knuckle Dew versus Spaceboy. What is your expectation going into this, besides there being a lot of fans and
My win 6-4, obviously. I think we all know
wind?
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I agree.
You
It's a
know,
hard 6-4, but I get it.
I don't know how to play that matchup personally. You know, I throw fans, and then she throws fans, and I lose, and on to the next round. You know,
Yeah, no, I agree
hey,
with all of that.
this should be a good set though, because they don't play Mai the same. Even though you
They
could
don't.
make jokes and say that all Mai play the same, they don't. They don't. So I can't wait to see how this goes. Grand
Yeah.
finals.
Yeah. And
Knuckle
they
Dew.
did play, so this was the winners semis match for both of these players. Dew took it 3-1 over Spaceboy then to move on to winners finals. And
Right.
there we actually saw how different their styles were. Chiefly, Dew really wants to cash out that level 1, get the empowered special moves, much more than Spaceboy does. Spaceboy's much more willing to play with the variable timing of a regular fan. Dew wants empowered fan. And the way that ended up working out when they played one another was Dew got the better of it, because both characters in a vacuum, if you're playing a mirror but one has better special moves, that's just sort of it, right? Like
Mm,
that's just kind of the end of it. Imagine if every fireball you threw was an EX fireball, you would just win in a mirror match.
that's a dream. That would be
Natural
good.
Choco Milk says, I'm an empowered fan of Reggie. You know what, Reggie? It's been a delight commentating with you tonight. Thank you so much for sitting in with us this evening. I
I
hope you've
had
had a good
a lot of
time.
fun. Thank you for doing this with me. I usually do commentate for local events sometimes, and I stream on the channel Woolly Versus with my friend Woolly Wools. And sometimes we host events like this, but this is my first time on a World Warrior event. They asked me to be the Canadian rep on commentary, and I'm super happy to do so. And shout outs to all the fans, I guess.
Yeah,
But it's not
I mean,
about me
hey,
today.
nah, it's about Knuckle Dew or Spaceboy. But yo, imagine having fans. Couldn't be me. Knuckle Dew and Spaceboy Dew on the winner's side in this my mirror.
I'm your fan, bro. I'm your fan.
That's very
All
kind of you to say.
right. Knuckle Dew fighting from the corner. He's used to it. Kagero getting those buffs. Again,
Ooh.
Knuckle Dew really good at getting the buffs. No escape. No escape.
What it almost feels like is Dew gets the buffs, and then it means that the fact that Dew's fireball game is better by virtue of playing Guile for 2 generations of Street Fighter before this one ultimately matters more, because it means his fireball wins. Because obviously empowered fireball just beats raw fireball full stop.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that was interesting.
This is the second
Nice
time
pick up,
we've seen
right
this
into
happen
level
tonight.
1.
Okay, parry, get that drive. Great parries by Spaceboy there.
He still has 3 more good fans. 2 more now. I mean, even just the damage off low forward fan, like, it all adds up over time. Slow it down, you want your drive gauge back? Want a jab check?
We're cooking. Okay. Still have some drive. Oh, he's gonna spend it on that?
That's
Okay.
crazy. But I like the choice. Oh, you know what? I feel you. I feel you do. So, twofold. One, I love the idea to be like, screw it, if I'm burning out on my terms. But continued to force the all or nothing interaction. Like, Dew played all or nothing, like, 4 interactions each, and just overplayed his hand just a hair.
And again, getting the buff. That was so much damage.
Oh my god.
Mm.
That was crazy amounts of mileage off of one OD fan. Did that beat 2 empowered fans? That's crazy.
What a read by Space Boy to go for the super after those minus frames. He gets his buff, but that was not enough. Knuckle do with the drive and the attack seals the first game. What? Hey, sometimes you have to throw logic out the window. Well, we're swinging right now.
Nice counter hit confirmed.
Spacebar trying to bait the reversal, but Knuckle do catches him with a crouch short. Punish counter crouching heavy punch. Oh boy. Methodical. Going for the throw. Spacebar tried to parry. Time to guess. Already taking the lead here. Big jump in.
Ooh.
Lucky for Space Boy. Knuckle fell on that projectile.
Oh.
That was worth it, I guess. Full hits,
Yeah.
behind the pressure.
Screen position matters a lot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, swinging without saying medium punch. Anti-air, yeah, he was so ready for that one. He's containing Knuckle in the corner right now. It's going to be really hard for Dudang to get out of the corner. Ties it up, run around a piece. Okay, overhead, it is blocked. You might be right on something. Drive rush overhead.
You Space Boy, like, I feel like Space Boy goes for drive rush and just doesn't let go of forward.
Okay, keep swinging.
Okay, good throw.
Nice parry, saving that drive. Not too many, just a little bit.
Nice
Ryu
low
and
forward check.
Boo.
Oh man, dude was fishing, but he got a bite.
Picks up drive. He's gonna spend it on a DI, and Du was so ready for that. And I think that Du has a read on Space Boy. Space Boy is not afraid to spend that drive once he has a sliver of it, and he was patient. He had all that health backing him up. The position of the corner, it was. I don't think that drive impact was going to pass. It was very low odds. But you gotta go for it sometimes.
I agree with that. I think there's, especially in a 3 out of 5 set, I think there's a lot of value in representing certain options, particularly early in a set, just to make sure they're on somebody else's mental stack. The fact that it panned out is sort of indicative of where Space Boy's head is at right now. Okay.
Ready with the
Onto the
anti-air.
DP.
Okay.
Your Space Boy does not want to play defense right now.
And these DPs, no matter how you look
That hit
about it,
so
it
deep.
is high risk, low reward. So once you block those, oh no!
That's crazy that didn't kill. And Space Boy being in burnout hair is actually really bad because it means you only get to force one more interaction. Drive reversal getting unanswered there is crazy. What a trade! Space Knuckle Do, I'm sorry, waits just a hair too long. Thought there was gonna be more respect, but Space Boy choosing a maximum disrespect.
Hey, kept him alive. You have to guess sometimes. Are you really gonna take that heavy punch to drive impact if it's done? No. You're gonna make your
You
own
gotta
luck.
keep somebody on.
That's right.
Oh no, whiffs on crouchers.
Bit of a scramble right here. Grabs the wake up drive impact. Again, Space Boy goes for it.
No. Level
Level
2, I don't
two?
think this is enough.
That's not gonna be enough. And now you're out of resources. And you are backing yourself into a corner, my friend. Huh?
Oh my god. I
Defense it.
don't like Du
Oh.
burning himself out there. No, he overcommits. Du, I think if you had been willing to wait another interaction, that round was yours. But it was like he played like he had checkmate, but he didn't. And then once he ran out of steam, it was like, oh right, I lose when I'm wrong here.
Maybe, do you think he might have tried to just go for a button there and maybe go for a chip Maybe
Chip is
Wilkie
my
can
guess,
teach
but
it. Yeah.
it
Because
seemed
that was
like
a
a bit
Raj
of a
P for
pipe
no
dream,
reason.
and I think if he had chosen to play more solid, it would have worked out for him better in either case. Nice
Yeah,
pickup.
my guess is that they do not care about the drive right now. Nope, level 1 is not projectile invulnerable. Try to go for it, set point and tournament point for Knuckle Dude.
There's no drive in Fatal Fury. We're not worried about that resource in this game right now. Oh,
Whiff
what a whiff
punish.
punish.
My in the leather right now. Looking so good. Pressuring. Space Boy parrying, trying to save that drive cage. The shimmy, it hits. Catching the punch is standing fierce. UN boost super. Everything is going
that hit
Knuckles'
counter,
way.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, huge. Fireball, no, we go for shimmy. We get a little bit of a charge. Fireball, jump, fierce, connect. We have another level 1 on deck with 3 fireball stocks ready. Oh, the throw is going to be enough to do it. I'm sorry. I thought we needed one more interaction, but NuckleDu's trying to chuck his kids in tonight. NuckleDu secures that one 3-1 from the winner's side in the My Mirror. We have seen the end game of Street Fighter 6 Season 3. It is apparently, at least for US and Canada East, My Mirrors.
Settled. Hey, Du's My is real. You know, been working on it for a few weeks. We have to give Caesar his laurels. Excellent job by Knuckle Dew to win this tournament. Shopify Rebellion takes it. One more for the team. Space Boy in second place. Great bracket. His highest placing, I believe, in this tournament series. So we're gonna give it to him
No,
as well.
Spaceboy has won one of them. Spaceboy has one
Oh,
dub, and then his next best placement is 5th place. So this is his second best
thank you.
placement.
Thank you for the
But
numbers.
yeah, I mean, a big improvement on his score breakout
For
definitely
sure.
secures some pretty solid seeding for him going into whatever the regional finals ultimately ends up looking like.
Mm. Yep. I'm so happy that I was a witness to this. Hey, this was a good event. It went well. No problems, actually. Congratulations to Knuckle 2 for winning the NA East qualifier. What does this? Gotta correct that spelling mistake there. But let's go to the bracket. As you can see right there was no grand final reset. Clean win, 3-1 Knuckle Do over Space Boy. And then we have Punk in third place, Kami in fourth with the Akuma, Adrian NY and Blue in fifth, and closing out the top 8 in seventh place, Azan and Shine. Congratulations to all of them.
Yeah, so I believe when the number crunchers finish crunching the numbers, normally I'm a nerd. In this moment, I'm not. When the number crunchers finish crunching the numbers, in terms of what our regional finals ultimately look like, a lot is going to depend on the like Blue Shine Kami Azan IDOM spread, because IDOM not making top 8 I think might matter for this. But you know, I don't have the spreadsheet in front of me. I wish that I did. I wish I could tell y'all with the ultimate finality what it's going to look like. But unfortunately, you're going to have to be on social media for that. You're going to have to follow Digital Havoc and Incendium and CPT to be able to get those updates. And I know that's tough for you because oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm being told by the
Oh,
voice of God that we do have the info. Thank you, four-dimensional beings who can see into the future and do the math ahead of me. Uh,
let's
I'm
go.
I'm expecting that a graphic or something will show up. No, I've been
All right.
tagged. We've got the final layout. No, it looks as though Azan just barely doesn't make it up into the top 8 based on this reading of the bracket.
By 5 points. Shine
Oh,
stays alive and makes it in eighth place with 85 points. Azan, ninth place with 80 points. What else we got?
yeah, Adrian with the 5th place finish, still just barely not making it into it. It looks like. Uh, that's tough. But hey, you know what? We've got this. Our top eight solidified: Punk, Boost, Do, Spaceboy, Blue, Idom, Kami, and Shine. An immaculate choice for top eight regional finals if I've ever seen one. And I've seen a
Absolutely.
couple.
So I believe that all these great competitors have about a month and a half to learn these matchups. The regional final will happen on November 22nd, 2025. I can't wait to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, me too. It's going to be must watch Street Fighter if you are a fan of Street Fighter, particularly if you are a fan of Street Fighter local to this region. Uh, Reggie, give me just while we got the people here, look at this top eight. What's your gut call? Who's qualifying in World Warrior?
Who will qualify and get first place at the regional final? Getting a place at Capcom Cup 12 and 2,000 US dollars? I
It's the
mean,
question that I'm asking. Yeah, it's a big
I am
question.
I am tempted to say Punk. Obviously, it's an easy pick. He's clearly the favorite in this list, but I would not sleep on Boost, who can come and scramble the cards, and don't sleep on Knuckle Do either. But if I had to put money down, I would say Punk, the god, because he is a god. You can't mess with a god, you know.
I want to give you crap because it's a boring answer, but it's a
I
boring answer
know.
because it's so commonly right, and I'm hard pressed to disagree with you. Uh, that's tough. I think the selfish bit of me that just like wants to pick a player who I've enjoyed watching. I would love to
Right.
see Boost go the distance because Boost has
I
single
agree.
handedly made me a convert on Terry,
I
but
agree.
that's not an easy hill to climb.
I agree. I like Boost too. Ever since like we've seen him, even like I think was he on Ken before Terry?
Yes, that's my recollection too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was working hard. And now he
Oh,
took
he was
Terry
working.
when Terry came out and people were like not sure about Terry because it always takes a few weeks before we know how good a character really is in this game. And he went to work with Terry and he made it happen. So exciting player to watch as well. I would like to see him at Capcom Cup. It would be great to have a new name, you know? It would be
Yeah.
a good participation for him.
Yeah, it would be amazing. One day FGC Twitter is going to remember that you need more than 3 hours in the lab to know whether a character is good, but I guess it's not going to be in season 3. Uh Voice of God just said something. I apologize that I had missed. Ah,
Right.
thank you. So with that, with the finalization of our standings, this concludes the run of show for the evening. Reggie, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight as
Thank
we
you.
finalize this top eight.
Say hi to the family. Go give some pets to your cat for me.
Will do. Is
Thank
he
you
still
very
down there?
much.
He's somewhere.
I haven't seen him in a bit, so don't forget. Thank you everybody for tuning in. It was great. Thank you to Digital Havoc. Thank you to Incendium for all the help. Shout outs to Capcom, obviously. Good luck to all competitors. And don't forget to get into fighting games because they're great and awesome and fun. Get friends,
100% right.
competition, salt, pleasure. Get in there.
Fighting games are a delight. I can think of nothing better to end it on. Good night, y'all. Be safe. Love your loved ones. Play fighting games. See y'all next time.
Later.